Yeah, if you can pick up and don't use the speakerphone, that would be great. Perfect. All right, Ken. And you said that you have a leak. Okay. And what plumbing service did you use? Devil Dog Plumbing. You got it. And you have lingering issues. Okay. All right. Okay.
Hi, Tom. This is Abby with Cisterns. We talked with you a while back ago about contractors that were wrongdoing homeowners.
Yeah, fuck you people. I'm not doing work for people anymore.
Uh-huh. Oh, I'm so sorry that that happened. Well, I'm sure that Tom and Mark can try to get you toward a resolution. I went ahead and put you in the queue. We have a little bit of time before the show starts, so just be patient and holding, okay? Perfect, Ken. Thank you so much. And again, don't use the speakerphone, okay? Yes. Yes. Correct. Okay, thanks. Hold on.
She's so demanding.
What?
You're demanding.
I'm not demanding.
Oh. You can guess where you are.
I'm so nice. What are you talking about?
Honey.
Alvin? Hi, this is Kelly calling from the Tom Martino Troubleshooter Show. We spoke yesterday. Hi. Yeah, so we have an open line available and wanted to get you in the queue to talk to Tom about your pain management. Great. All right, go ahead. We have a couple more minutes until the show starts, so just be patient for me, and he'll be with you as soon as he can, okay? Okay, hold on. Thanks, Alvin.
How fun. They're painting our...
They're painting everything.
Are they gonna call once they're all done, or are they gonna...
He said he'd call me if he needed me, but...
But I can't use that machine then if he's logged into it, right?
Just give him a minute.
Okay.
It shouldn't take too long for him to realize something's bad.
That's crap.
Yeah.
Okay,
Do
cool.
you have GPS in it?
I use Waze,
Okay.
which is just as good.
Hi, is this Rafon?
Legs, tells you about cops.
Hi, Rafan. It's Kelly calling from the Tom Martino Troubleshooter Show. We spoke yesterday, and you have a Home Depot issue. Was this with the referral, or was this with things you bought, or? Okay.
Hello.
Hell to the low.
Okay.
Thomas.
We're here.
Okay.
And I'm still working on your thingy, Mark. But
Okay.
it's not good right now. But it hopefully here shortly.
Oh.
What's wrong with it?
You saw the picture,
Yeah, I did. What does that mean, though?
right? And you used to own a computer place thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you
That's
mostly
right.
served drinks and.
But you don't. We served a lot of drinks.
Yeah.
Is this your-
Mostly just to the employees.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, so don't know what it means. Got a guy from corporate who is dialed in remotely who's working on it.
Oh, good.
I'm here.
Awesome.
Okay.
Worst
Okay,
scenario,
we're
I'll pull one
done.
from a few
Rafan,
years
Just
ago.
go ahead and hold on to me. We're
What?
just about to start
A few
the show.
years ago? That's
so go ahead
dangerous.
and be
We don't
patient,
have
and we'll
one?
get you on as soon as
Oh, we
possible.
want everyone
okay?
to sound
Hang on.
lucid. Hey, here we go. Stand by.
Enter it now at khow.com.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. Welcome. Here we are, solving problems, answering questions, taking complaints, and making your life just a little easier as we do every day. And this hour brought to you by realcbdthatworks.com. Yes, if you have pain, inflammation, anxiety, it's truly working. And I take it, it's Panacea Life Sciences. Here's where you go. realcbdthatworks.com. Tom and the promo code get you 30% off. So, we have a lot to talk about today, including retirement. And when I say retirement, don't go like this. That's a yawn. Or don't roll your eyes. What I want you to do is think. If people would just think. I always thought, if I knew now, if I knew then what I know now, God, it would be so easy. But when I tell my kids about that, they go, Dad, we know. And I say, no, you don't know. And we had a discussion the other day, a really frank discussion. And they said, you know, Dad, parents think they know everything, but things change. And we know more about some stuff than you do. And I said, no, you don't. Name one thing. I was so pissed off. So throughout the day, we had this little game. And when I topped them and they didn't know something, I said, oh, that goes in my column. I said, now what's in your column? And we did that back and forth during the day. And they got a few points for the cell phone, knowing how to do something on the phone to get my phone to do something, different things. But God, it's amazing. It's amazing how you feel you know everything you need. But if you would just be wise enough to listen to some things, you might, and I know I have a lot of young people that listen. I don't care if you think I'm an old fart, because you're going to be an old fart. We're all going to be old farts. The point is this. Your mind, here's a secret I want to tell you that no one ever tells you really. Growing up means nothing. Your body gets older, but your mind pretty much stays the same at a certain age. And you don't feel like you're getting older. You feel the same most of the time. I mean, yeah, there are people who give in, but there are a lot of people who don't. And so retirement is something that if you started it at 30, do you know how wonderful and full your life could be? But people won't. They just won't. I don't know. Let me ask Josh or Jairus with Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies. Do you ever get people in their 30s, married, saying, hey, we want a plan? Do you get those people? Who do you get mostly?
You know, Tom, this is Jairus, and thanks for having us on today. Mostly we get folks that are a little closer to retirement, but I'll tell you what, we work with a lot of folks who are younger, who are being proactive, trying to get things in order now so that they can have a comfortable retirement later, rather than having to scramble and struggle, 5 to 10 years prior to retirement because they didn't do any planning before that,
But mainly, I'll bet you the bulk of your business, and again, I wish it wasn't, but I think I'm going to venture to say the bulk of your business are people who are older, not necessarily 60, but older, thinking we should have planned earlier, what can we do?
Well, and Tom, this is Josh. We get that same comment all the time. Where were you 5 years ago, or where were you 10 years ago? I needed you then. And we don't want to be the best kept secret in Colorado by any means, but oftentimes people feel that that's the case.
And they often think they have to spend a lot of money, or that, I don't know, or it's going to be a scam, and I guess in some cases it could be. So we'll go back to you, rpcenter.com, Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies. Let me take Ken, who called in pretty early. Ken, what's going on with you, sir? How can we help you?
Yes. Good morning, Tom.
Hey, man, what's going on?
Yes, sir. Well, I had a toilet overflow on the 7th of October, 21.
Now, were you in the house when it happened, or did you come home to find it?
No, I was in the home because I had called the plumber, and then they didn't go through the clean-out drain. They just snaked it through the basement toilet. Well, they didn't clear it.
This is after it overflowed, you called the plumber, and that's what they did?
No, it never overflowed before. It almost got to the
Wait a
top.
minute. Are you saying you had a toilet overflow after hiring a plumber?
Yes, sir.
Okay, why did you hire the plumber then if you didn't? What was the original reason?
Because it was going all the way to the top, I bet.
Yes, sir. Correct.
So you had a slow, sluggish drain, and you called the plumber, and then after he came, it was worse.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now,
And
go ahead.
yes, sir. So I had a little black water on the carpet in the hallway and in the bathroom, and that's about it. And I'm a disabled vet at the TBI, and I was kind of beside myself. I'm going like, I've got carpet loss.
Well, hold on. Did you call anyone for that right now?
Well, I called. I talked to my farmer's agent, and the farmer's agent said, well, I'll hire you an adjuster. So they hired, so I got this adjuster. Since then, they let him go. And
listen, man, forget it, Ken. Let's just talk. Forget that crap.
ServPro came in.
Well, who hired ServPro?
I did.
All right. What I need to know is, hold on. I don't want this journey through misery. Here's what I want to know. The toilet was worse off. He didn't clear it. It overflowed. How much overflowing are we talking about? How many rooms were involved?
Like 2 and a little bit of the hallway.
Okay. Now.
Oh, my goodness.
Now, hold on. So the bathroom, another room, and a hallway.
Yeah, halfway down the hallway.
Was it sopped up, sopping wet, or was it literally depth like covering your shoes?
No, it was just sopping wet.
Okay, now, next question. Did you see debris and that kind of stuff? Was there definitely pollution in that water?
Yes, sir. It was black water. Yes, sir.
I mean, it was polluted water. Sometimes,
Yes, sir.
okay. Now, you called. What I want to know is, what's the problem today?
Yes, sir. Okay. ServPro came in.
I know, you went right back to the story. What's the problem today?
Okay, my home is solid concrete.
Is what?
My walls are solid concrete. I don't have any studs. When they built my home back in 1974...
Okay, I get it. You have a concrete house somehow, but what I want to know is, what's the problem today? Did ServPro do a bad job?
ServPro, yeah, they sealed off the basement, and they did more work than they needed to do. They cut all the walls all the way to the back bedrooms and 2 feet up.
Okay, were they concrete walls they cut?
There's 3.5 inches of insulation.
Sir, Ken, you said you had concrete walls. How did they cut those 3 feet up?
They floated, when they built this home, even my roof is solid concrete. So when they built my home, the way they designed downstairs, where all the walls, is behind the concrete, they never put studs. They did 3.5 inches of insulation, and then they floated the drywall over the top of that. They glued it.
Okay, I have no idea what you're talking about. Ken, when you have concrete walls, but you do have drywall.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
3.5 inches of insulation, then the drywall, and it's glued to the wall. I don't have a normal home.
How did they? Okay. I don't want to get into the construction because truly it's a blur to me. You're saying they have 3 inches of insulation. Is it rigid insulation?
No, it had no, it's not bad information. It's not
because
bad.
I don't know how you glue drywall to the concrete if there's insulation in between. How do you do that?
Even downstairs, there's electrical boxes that they glued to the wall. All the wiring is fine.
How old is this house?
1974 it was built.
Who built a house like that in 74? You have concrete walls. You have no studs in the walls.
No, sir. Not upstairs, not downstairs.
Okay, I get it. Now, over the concrete, they glued drywall.
Yes, they floated the drywall. They glued it to the...
What do you mean they floated it?
There's no studs, so there's no nails, there's no screws.
How does the drywall... Oh, my God. How is the drywall, you said, is up against the concrete, is that right?
No, it's glued to the insulation of 3.5 inches
Is it foam insulation, sir? Is it rigid insulation, or is it soft?
It's rigid insulation.
Okay,
with
I get it. They glued the rigid insulation up against the concrete, then they glued the drywall to the rigid insulation.
Correct, sir.
Okay, got it. Then they glued, okay, was some attempt years ago on building houses in a more energy efficient, monolithic way. It was ridiculous. You got caught with one of those houses. Okay, I just want you to know that standard procedure for Blackwater is to cut the drywall around the perimeter. Standard procedure. Are you upset they did that?
I'm upset that they did more than they had to.
Well, who said it was more than they had to?
They took that upon themselves.
Well, they're the experts, technically. What I mean is this, Ken. I'm not arguing with you. I'm just saying, with Blackwater contamination, wherever it goes up against the drywall, they usually cut that drywall up a couple feet.
Yes, sir.
And then you replace it when it's all dry. And you're saying they cut more drywall than they needed to?
Yes, sir. They went all the way into the back bedrooms.
Oh, okay. You're saying they went where it wasn't wet.
Yes, sir. They did that too, but now they can't even... I've had 2 professional contractors come in and try to figure out how to rebuild this, and they're going like, it'll never be right. And
right.
The insurance company is lost.
And the insurance company is what?
Can you send us a picture of this?
What is the insurance company refusing to pay for proper repairs?
Well, they don't even know what... I can't even find a contractor that... There was a second contractor that the insurance company wanted to come. He came yesterday, he met with the first contractor, and they talked about it, and he said, "You've got a mess." He said, "I'm calling your insurance agent again."
You do have a mess.
He said,
I need you to take pictures, as many as you can, really. I need to see this wall structure and the drywall, and you know, your insurance is going to have to pay for this. And I don't know if ServPro did too much, but I wouldn't blame them. You got a screwy wall system, and I would not blame them. So you have to hang on. We're going to consult some people, but we have to see pictures first, honest to God. Hey, water, fresh drinking water, instead of buying bottled water, you can do it in your home for under $1,000, but only from waterpros.net. The best systems at the lowest prices. 303-862-5554.
Inflation is close to double digits, and failed progressive policies have left Colorado's middle class reeling. I'm Tim Reichert. I'm running for Congress in Colorado 7 to restore the middle class and put the American dream within reach. I'm an economist with solutions to rebuild our economy, secure the border, and stop the flow of fentanyl into our
10 away, frank and American.
Congress, and I approve this message. I ask for your vote in the Republican primary on June 28th.
Paid for by Tim Reichert for Congress.
That guy should have called American Restoration 24/7. Did you just hear the problems he's going through? The restoration business is riddled with people who don't know what they're doing. Some of them are liars, cheats, and rip-offs. Now, I don't know what the case is here, but I know he wouldn't be calling me if it was American Restoration, because they can also restore. Yeah, they can. 8337-AMREST. If you have a sewer backup, if you have a fire, a flood of any kind, broken pipes, mold, black mold, asbestos, unattended crime, call the best. American Restoration. Rock and his team will come in, and when your insurance is paying, you want the best still, because they're only going to pay once. 8337-AM-REST. That's 8337-AM-REST. Or online, amrest247.com. The market is getting crazy for real estate. Should you buy? Should you stay where you are? What should you do? Well, I'll tell you what. Frank Duran, the real estate man, is an excellent person to consult. What I mean is this. If you talk to Frank Duran, he'll let you know what you should do. And he'll tell you the market value of your home. You'll get knowledge. You'll know whether or not you should sell. He'll tell you what it will bring based on his 27 years of experience. Or you want to sell or stay put. He has all of these answers, including what you can buy. It's all complimentary. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, 303-920-1622.
Thank you.
Hey, Tom.
Yeah.
I'm sending you some photos for a fence.
A fence?
Yeah, split rail fence installed it. How'd it go this morning?
Good. Tom, good.
He said good.
Good. I'm just trying to, tomorrow is the big deal. I have to leave early tomorrow.
Okay.
And I'll have,
Peak performance is the smartest solution in
Why are the commercials unbelievably so loud today?
It's not today. This one in particular is coming through all three pods.
Jesus Christ. It's
Yeah.
like,
We talked about this
It's
before.
jelly, baby.
Yeah. Put some jelly on it.
oh my God, why can I not type today? Like my punctuation has just gone, decided to leave the building.
Could be ALS.
I don't know, maybe.
How weird is it that Lou Gehrig died from a disease that was named for him? I would worry about that. If they named a disease for me, I'd worry immediately that I was going to get it.
You know who's buried in Grant's tomb?
The guy who's not here today because he was... No, he didn't. We thought Grant was going to walk off yesterday.
Oh, my God.
Oh, poor guy.
I mean...
Why? What happened?
Well, he didn't want to... Yeah, I mean, he loves you guys, but to get his schedule...
It made for a very difficult transition because he doesn't have access to the call screener sheet. So he couldn't necessarily be able to type on the spots, so I had to do that. As I'm taking calls, he can't see the call screener sheet, so I had to be like, you know, talking to a person, hi, thanks so much for calling Troubleshooter, line 2, blah, 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 you know, so it just made...
We could have given him access in a matter of seconds.
Yeah, I think it all came down really quick because then we had the issue with dealing with the Comrex, and Shannon had to come in to let him know how to adjust that. It just, there were some technical things that he needed to do, and I knew that I could probably be able to handle that, but I don't think that those were... I don't know.
He was just pissed. That's all.
Yeah, factors that went into the decision of putting him on.
Wrap it up. Here we go.
Sorry.
Love you.
Love you.
Good drivers. Download the app today. Disclaimers may apply. See root.com for details. Denver's Talk Station, 630.
You are up.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Welcome. And we have a number of things going on here. This restoration thing sucks. We need to see it.
Does.
Alvin, what's going on in your life?
Hey, what's going on, Tom?
What can we do for you, man?
So I heard you yesterday when you was talking to that guy about, you know, all the pain and stuff.
Neuropathy he has. He's going through a bad time, and he was on chemo.
Yeah. So, you know, I've been in pain, you know, for a long time and on a lot of medication.
What kind of pain, sir? Alvin, what kind of pain?
So it originally started with 2 slip discs in my back. So it just progressed, and I had what they call RSD. So I get a lot of pain, like.
Did you have? Well, have you consulted? Have you consulted doctors for surgery, possibly, or pain relief?
I did. Yeah, I did. I didn't want to have back surgery, you know, and I have been going to see my doctor sent me to see, you know, a specialist. And
why didn't you? Hold on. Why didn't you want to have back surgery if you need it?
Because you know, I wasn't to the point where I couldn't move around. It's just I noticed that, you know, I did pharmaceutical rep for a while, and I just you know, I've been in and out of a lot of pain clinics.
Alvin, I'm just curious, real quick, if spine surgery could help you, why would you resist it?
Because I never seen one person have back surgery that only had to go back once. Every time they have it, then they have to go back 2 or 3 times.
Deputy Doc.
To some other pain.
Deputy Doc is one person who had it, out of pain, never went back. Right, Doc?
Twice.
What do you mean? Oh, well, he did that twice.
Yeah, no,
there you go.
He just said twice.
No,
Hold on.
I had a plate put in for one thing, and then on 15 years later, I had a different...
well, you're making Alvin's case here. Hold on.
No, but it was a different area.
He is.
Well, it was a different area, but that's the theory, is that once you screw with it, it starts screwing.
Yeah, totally different.
Hey, why is my camera like that, Mark? Anyway. Okay, I don't know what's the word. Anyway, so here's the point, Alvin. I know of people, Deputy Doc was a bad example, who had surgery out of pain, seriously, forever. I mean, now, obviously, we all get older, and we may have other issues. That's what he was trying to say. It wasn't related, but maybe it was.
Right.
Alvin, seriously, man, they have some...
Now, though, but I
the technology they have now, though, they have artificial discs, they have artificial vertebrae. I mean, they have stuff that actually is crazy.
Right. So, but what I'm getting at is this, Tom. So anyway, because when the guy was talking about, you know, I get the numbness and the burning in my leg now, you know, going down my legs now from it. So one thing, and maybe Deputy Doc probably heard of it, what I'm getting ready to have done, they're going to do a block tomorrow where they're going to numb the nerve that they think is causing the problem.
Yeah, I'm having that done tomorrow too, as a matter of fact. It's called an epidural injection.
Right. And I had like numerous of them done, and they only work for like a day. But what they're trying to do now, they just want to make sure they got the right nerve. And if
right, that's right. It's a that's right. It's a diagnostic tool. But once they find out they have the right nerve, they can go in and do something about freeing that up.
Right. So what I'm going to do is, that's why I'm calling to let you know and see if Doc heard about it, is they're going to do what they call hot needling. So if they got the right nerve, I'm going to go back to them, and then they're going to do a hot needle, and they're going to kill the nerve. And they say that I should be out of pain for about, it'll last 6 months to a year.
That's called thermal ablation, okay? Listen, thermal ablation, they wish would last that long, but it doesn't always. And Deputy Doc will tell you and everyone will tell you.
Well, if the nerve is singed, how does it come back?
It grows. Nerves are resilient. I don't know. They come back. Mark, I had thermal ablation. It lasted 3 months. I'm telling you, here's the deal.
If it lasts 3 months, I'm good on that. I've been paying.
But Alvin, why not? Listen, they might be able to go in and open up where that nerve root is, or take the pressure off with a disc or a spacer. Why the hell are you such a chicken? You remind me of someone else we know who we work with, and he kept putting it off. Mark, how long did he put it off? I'm not even using a name. How long did he put it off?
He put it off a long time, 20-plus years, but I know someone else that's put it off.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was looking for alternative treatments. Hey, listen, Alvin, I'm really serious, okay?
Yeah, for 10 years.
No, I'm serious. No, I was looking for alternatives, like he was.
Well, I know you were.
But in some cases, here's all I'm saying.
You told me not to have surgery.
Listen, bro, in some cases, Alvin, you gotta have, oops, let me turn off my sound here. In some cases, you have to have surgery. You have to. There's no two ways about it. You have to have surgery.
Right.
Please look into it.
That rockets, you was telling me too about not having the surgery.
What's that?
When me and you was talking about my pain before, you remember me. I've been paying for a long time. This one I was heavy. And you was telling me then not to do the surgery.
Okay, can I tell you why? First of all, that was so many years ago. They don't have the techniques they have now, and you were overweight, and what I said was, get in shape. That's one thing to do. Okay, the next thing to do, okay, but there are times surgery is necessary, okay? I'm sorry, that's just the way it is. There are times surgery is necessary.
So what I want to know is, do that hot needle. You said it worked, and
ablation works. Yeah, thermal ablation works. Deputy Doc, thermal ablation works, but it's limited. Why do nerves grow back? I don't know. They do.
Yeah, she told me it's gonna grow back. But Tom, even if it lasts me 3 months, man, being out of pain, I can go to work, go to gym like I usually do, and try to be normal, at least walk normal for 3 months. I'm good with that. I mean, I know it's going to come back, but, it gives me a chance to...
Man, you could do more damage, though, by waiting.
Well, yeah, but, I mean, so here's the thing. I started doing yoga and yoga.
Man,
Tom,
you know what? None of that's going to be changed if you've got degenerative disc.
Listen, if you have degenerative disc disease and if you have stenosis, that crap is not going to work. Now, I do know...
It could make it worse.
I do know this, okay?
I don't have that.
I do know this. Listen, I'm a pro at back pain. I am a pro. I'm going to tell you this. There are people with severe physiology that have no pain ever. Then there are those who have minor degenerative disease that have crazy pain, okay? Why is that? Well, it's just the way it is, where your nerves are and how they're affected. I swear to you, you can have severe stenosis and no pain. People do, because I've gone a long time with periods without pain, but it just happens to be how you move and how those nerves interact that trigger pain. That's what it is, man. And yes, you can exercise, you can stretch, you can help yourself be more limber, but when it comes to a nerve, no matter how limber you are, if you pinch that nerve while stretching or exercising, you will be in extreme pain. And there are sometimes nothing you can do. There are times the only thing you can do is surgery, okay? I just want to make that... I'm not saying everyone with back pain should go out and get surgery, but there are times. So, Alvin, I applaud you for looking for alternatives, but sometimes you just got to give up and give in. You do. You do. And it's better to do it now, sooner than later. I don't know. How old are you, man?
52.
It's better to do it now. Believe me, please. Now, of course, that's if it's indicated by a doctor. Have you had an MRI?
Yeah, I had a couple of them, and my doctor also. See, my doctor is one that he applauded me that I go to the gym a lot. He helped me lose a lot of this weight, and he wants me to keep. What I'm doing now is exactly what he said I should be doing, because he said a lot of people usually give up, just take a bunch of meds and lay at home. I mean, I could have got on disability, but I told him I don't want to.
I'm glad you didn't.
But my lifestyle, he go, with your lifestyle, he go, I don't think you're ready for that yet.
Well, Alvin, listen.
And me and my son, we're active. He goes.
I know, but as I said, I mean, I appreciate your comments. I got to take a quick break. Raffin wants to talk about Home Depot and a hardwood floor installation. I can't tell you how many complaints we're getting about Home Depot and the recommended people that they use. It's terrible. Garage Magic will make your garage beautiful with a beautiful floor, polyaspartic coatings, and you can also get your pool decks done or your sidewalks, your walkways, your concrete porches. It's a coating that is guaranteed for life from Garage Magic, 720-600-HOME.
Thank you. Down.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino now. Dan Kaplis today at 4, 630 KHOW, Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Root Insurance.
A very good drive on I-25 now. Nothing to worry about. No slow traffic between Castle Rock and the North Glen area. It looks like we do have a report of an accident northbound approaching County Line Road, but not really impacting your speeds through there. But just watch for that hazard. 225 in good shape. No reported delay across I-70 either direction between 225 and the Arvada area. There is an accident reported at Chambers in Mississippi. Fox 31 pinpoint weather. A chance for rain today, a high of 57. Sunshine returns for tomorrow, though. Dry for the rest of the work week, and our high tomorrow reaching 70. Currently, it's 47. With your Impact Traffic and Weather, I'm Chris McLaughlin, 630 KHOW.
Look, Colorado, we get it. There are too many obnoxious car insurance ads.
Here you go, 10 away in power.
On how you actually drive, not things like your job. Root, for good drivers. Download the app today. Disclaimers may apply. See root.com for details.
Empower Reverse Mortgage. That is a mortgage company that I highly recommend for reverse loans. Mark Massey, as I say, has a heart for seniors. He'll go over all of your options, lump sum monthly payments, or maybe just a line of credit. Use your equity, and he can show you how. Call him with any questions you have. 720-500-7719 and PowerReverse.com.
Thank you, sir.
If he signs them up, Mark said he'll buy you some crackers with a shelf life of like 50 years.
I need them. Oh my God, I'll make my own butter, so to speak. That's awesome.
Why are you making butter?
Well, it just happens naturally, Cal.
God, I leave for 2 minutes and you're in. By the way, what happened to the microwave?
It's in 760. Did you need it?
I'm going to leave tomorrow.
I've hidden it again.
Hey, Mark.
Mark, Tommy's talking to you. Hang on, Tommy.
We love the Sues, though.
Suzanne!
No,
hey, Kelly.
Hey, Suze.
Hey.
What's up, brother?
Hey, I got to be there tomorrow at 2, or a little earlier, actually. to the search for that.
Tom, whatever you want to do. I don't know how to pound that through your
let me
head.
tell you what's happening. Deputy Doc is taking me, so we probably are going to leave like at 1. What will happen
If Deputy Doc's taking you, you better leave around 3 a.m.
Okay, so listen, when Doc and I leave, we just leave everything on, or should I turn off? What should I do?
Just that laptop needs to be on, and then Talib will just switch it to my remote. That's it.
But I can't cut off the access either, right?
Yeah, you can.
If I cut off this...
Oh, wait a minute. You're right. That's how it feeds the station.
Yeah.
Yeah, so why wouldn't you just turn his mic down?
Right.
And then when the show's over, you just kill his access.
Right, good.
I can do that. I can dial in and kill it.
Hi, it's Kelly from the Tom
Okay,
Troubleshooter
thanks.
Show.
That's what we'll do. I feel better
How
now.
are you?
Oh, good idea.
Or why don't you call Todd up, who hands out those pamphlets, and he
leave
could
him alone,
your house
man.
while you're
I have an
gone.
open
Leave him
line
alone.
in the queue.
And the guy from the bakery.
Who do you see tomorrow? The medicine doctor?
Epidural.
Yeah.
That's
the guy
that's to get me. That thing tomorrow is a nerve block, basically, to get me to surgery. Just to get me stable until surgery.
You know what's funny? Doc could probably give you one as well as anybody.
Yeah. But this is an epidural into the back. He did them for...
It's got to be...
He had an anesthesiologist.
Women give birth, though,
do that.
they can't even really move.
He had an anesthesiologist do that. He didn't do it.
No, we didn't do. I did.
But he still has steady
he was
hands,
one of those
right?
pussy doctors.
An intern, and then the anesthesiologist.
Yeah, he just delivered the baby.
Doc, if I were you, I would have done all that shit.
They don't let you.
Save money.
There's an anesthesiologist in every single surgery. They don't let the doctors do it.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know that you'd
I find
want
that absurd.
I don't think you'd want an OBGYN with Parkinson's, or would you?
Why not? Same with the dentist.
It depends on the day.
I always wanted to date Janet Reno.
How is that construction coming, by the way?
They are now painting the newsroom. Painting.
Shoot me a picture of it when you get a few.
Here it comes.
Hey, can you see if they'd vacuum our office in there? Maybe tidy it up a little?
Right.
Well, they did pull out all the wiring to the ceiling.
Uh-huh. 30 away.
Wait till you guys see this place. I'm going to put up some video at the big break.
Where are you guys at?
Oh, God, do I need to clean
Hey, is Talib listening? I didn't see him up here on the stream.
No, he's listening. He's the one doing all the video stuff.
All right, 10 away.
Say that South Florida is a sunny place for shady people.
Listen to Paradise Lost, Crime in Miami on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts. 630 KHOW and iHeart.
You are up.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255, here to help you solve problems, answer questions, take complaints. Renew Home Innovations will do your bathroom, showers, and tubs and all that crap. They tear it out and put in beautiful stuff, American standard, half off labor now, and you'll have a beautiful bathroom. They'll do as much or as little as you want, of course. They do those custom showers, big rectangle showers. You don't need a door in some of them. Perimeter drains. They have no threshold to walk over or to roll over if you have a wheelchair or a walker. Seriously, good stuff. Special pricing for seniors. And by the way, half off labor. RenewHomeInnovations.com. I know Nick and his team are wonderful. 303-904-2000. 303-904-2000. Let's talk about wonderful. Let's talk about what's on your mind. Now, we got people here. We got also Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies. I haven't forgotten about them. But, Raffin, this is, I hope I'm saying your name right. Is that right, Raffin?
Yes, Tom.
Okay. Tell me about Home Depot. Did they recommend the hard floor installer?
Yes.
Damn it. I can't believe how many people are getting dissatisfied by Home Depot people. Tell me, Home Depot people. Tell me what's happening.
At least
Raffin.
10 in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, tell me, Raffin, what's going on?
So I went to Home Depot to buy hardwood for my house. So like they have installation program there. At that point, I did not know it was a third-party company. I thought it's Home Depot. And
so this company they recommended, did you sign a separate contract with them?
No, I did not.
You
My
just signed
contract
one contract with Home Depot?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Like because I only paid money in Home Depot. I never spoke to this company.
Okay, I believe you. Okay. Now who is the installer they sent?
It is Home Solutions, HOM Solutions.
Home Solutions.
Yes.
And what did they do wrong?
Okay. So they said, like when they came into the house, they said, we will do sectional install. Like my entire main floor, like living floor, is in the same height, and previously it was hardwood in foyer and then carpet in my living room and family room. So I just wanted everywhere hardwood.
Okay, so what's wrong now? Let's talk about the problem, Raffin.
Okay, so they said they will do sectional install. I said I don't want any breaking in the floor. I want all the floor to be the same. And they said, by the time we will be done, you will not notice. We will do this.
Now, wait a minute. What do you mean you want it all to be the same? Of course it would be. You're putting all new hardwood in. What did you mean?
Yes, because I want the alignment to be the same. I wanted no transitions and everything between the hardwoods. And they said, it's okay, because they will do it the same way, and I will not, like, but
Raffin, how many rooms are you doing?
I have my living room, my family room, kitchen, and foyer.
Did you have any existing hardwood?
I had, but with replacing that too. Like everything is gone.
Well, this is what help me understand this. And maybe you understand it, Mark, better than me, but what he's saying is, he didn't want any transitions. He wanted it to all look the same. Well, if you're buying hardwood all at one time, why wouldn't it look the same? Where did it go wrong?
I have no clue.
Yeah, because they did not have the floors aligned. So from living room to foyer.
Okay, now I know what you mean. I know what you mean now. You're saying that the planks did not line up. Or I know what you're saying. You're saying that they laid them as separate rooms, and okay, but they didn't lay them perpendicular to each other, did they?
No, but they are like at the junction when they have to meet, they cannot, like, it's different between, like,
I get what you're saying. So from that would look crappy. I'm looking at my house right now, hardwood in the kitchen, going into the butler's pantry, and then going into the dining room. And all of those planks line up. And you're telling me in your home, they don't.
They don't.
Send us a picture of
that. That sucks, man. When they were doing it, why didn't you stop them?
I did. Like, initially, I told them this is not like, this doesn't look aligned. They said, like, by the time we are done, I'm no expert in hardwood. They said by the time
but man, you have a good point. Could you imagine if this floor, Doc, look at that, if they weren't aligned?
It would look terrible.
So are they almost aligned, or are they completely off? Tell me about it.
They are completely off. So,
like, how many inches off would one plank be to another in order to... what size are your planks?
So
let's get a picture.
Yeah, I can send you a picture.
Yeah, send us a picture, man. And then, but here's the problem. They're all done with the whole house?
Yes.
Well, they have to tear everything out.
Yeah, so they said, we are not going to do that for you. And I said, but you did the wrong install. It looks, I spent like $13,000 on this order, and it looks like somebody did the floors for $1,000. That cheap it looks.
See, what they would have to do what they would have to do, and what they did not do, is make one center line that goes through the rooms and work off of it.
Yes, and my pain is so much more than this because they did bad job. And
well, okay, hold on. Raffin, let's get right to it. Did you tell Home Depot you wanted it redone?
Yes.
Break.
Went to Home Depot.
Hold on, I got to take a break. I'm running way late. Hold on, one sec. Here.
Down. Nothing here. Hang on one sec, guys.
This is...
Now, in...
All right.
It's just a... Okay.
Do we need to tell them how to send us photos?
Possibly.
All
You
right.
might want to try something. Are you?
Yeah, I'm dying to see that photo.
You're not getting any echo, are you?
A little, but we understand it.
Is it crappy sounding?
No, Mark, would you agree? It's not bad. I mean...
I hear it more than you guys do.
All right. Well, I mean, yeah.
I don't hear it during the show. I just hear it on breaks, Tom.
Oh, okay. That's because you're hearing you on the speaker there, right?
Yeah, he's got the monitor up on breaks.
Yeah.
Well, I got it up all the time, Mark. I don't use the headset at all.
Yeah, he doesn't sound bad. Besides, you've
it's
already told
Josh.
people you're home, and so it's gonna... We know
Hey,
how
Josh,
it's
my
gonna
name's
sound.
That is, during the show, I really don't hear it.
No.
So I don't
Hi.
get some
so
of
you
these
called and left a
comments
voicemail,
on
and it sounds
YouTube.
like
Are
you're
they
having some
listening to
issues
the
with your
same
car.
show?
What's that, bro?
Are they listening to the
Great.
same show on YouTube?
Did you want to go
I don't
on air
understand
with Tom and,
some of these
talk about
comments.
it so we can try to get you toward a
I don't have
resolution?
it up. Let me go.
Some of them I understand. I don't understand this one. Upset legal research. Hang tough, Tom. We love you.
That's
what
what
does
we
that
do
mean?
here. It's the Tom Martino.
It's probably talking about when you were talking about your back.
No, upset legal research.
What time would you like
That's
to do
the
it?
dude's handle.
Oh! Oh! I see.
Would
Now I see it.
you like me to call
So
you back
his handle
tomorrow?
is upset legal research. What the hell? And then we have AG
Great.
listening.
And,
we have
how
Evan.
does
we
11
have
a.m.
Sherry.
AG's there a lot. Hellcat's there a lot. Evan's there a lot.
Sherry, give you a call
how
back
about
tomorrow
Sherry?
at 11
And then
a.m., okay?
Evan. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, thanks so much.
Shark bait.
Bye-bye. Hey,
Jake. Dave H. I don't see him today. He's our resident. I don't know. He's a
Hey,
cool
Bob,
guy,
do you
but
have
man,
pictures of-
he thinks you should give a business 800 chances.
Well, yeah.
No, you don't. You have no idea.
Potential dating
Just because he
pool there,
ripped
Mark?
800 people off doesn't mean he ripped off 801.
I got to put on my monitor.
Hey, Tom, while you're off, would you grab that cushion for me?
Mark, anything
Yeah.
there you think it's a potential dating pool?
God, no.
Come on.
Well, for you,
Yeah.
maybe.
All right.
Don't put your weight on this. I don't want you to fall again.
Oh, no, I know it. I'm not doing that.
I don't like those. You know, to be honest with you, I don't like those stools. I want to get new ones. You gave me a reason to get new ones.
I'm about losing 2 more teeth away from getting a double wide.
Did you hear me?
That'd be a hell of a catch, man.
I want to get new stools.
For you.
Oh, I know.
I mean, you must have plenty of money to
yeah, but
be able
I
to
don't
buy
wanna
one.
give it to a landlord or
Buy your own.
a... Need to build
See
it.
if you can set it up in the back lot there.
Oh, sure.
Oh,
Enough
he
trees
would.
fell I could just, lean to right now. Nobody know. I want one of them barn dominiums. I like that idea. Get your steel builder guy out there.
Can you see my thing back? Oh, you see me back there doing it.
Did we see your thing? No, thank God.
Well, now I'm getting my thing ready. Hold on.
Okay. I'm sure Doc's helping you.
Hold on. God, I got my bedroom door open. I maybe ought to close that shit. I don't know, can you tell it's a troubleshooter back there? Yeah, maybe. It's a little dark, a little, I don't know. It's a little...
It looks all right. Can't tell what it says.
So, Mark,
Yes.
where are you guys at?
We are...
Lake, can you hear me, Kelly?
Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, Lake Toxaway, North Carolina.
Ooh.
I'm going to do some video on the big break. This place is unbelievable.
We're going to buy a place here.
It sounds
We're
pretty.
seriously thinking about it.
I love North Carolina.
Oh, the Blue Ridge Mountains. I am so in love.
Are you sure you want to come back?
I don't. We have a wedding to get to. That's the only reason we're coming back. That and I guess Tom's surgery.
What are you looking for? Why do you need the TV?
What's he doing?
The paint smell is not as strong today.
He's changing the channel.
He's trying to order a pizza through the TV.
Figures. Hey, well, hurry back, Tom. 10 away.
And they're better than ever. Learn more at dispatchhealth.com.
Denver's talk station.
Online at khout.com.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. We're getting to the end of the hour. I want to tell you that we have some questions coming in from Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies, for them, I mean, and you can also text the show, 57739, and I'll be reading any and all texts, plus our crazy YouTube comments. Hey man, what do you mean I'm not looking good? Maybe surgery is the only option. What the hell does he mean by that? Am I hobbling around, Mark?
Yes.
Do I? Oh,
Yes.
really? Oh, you can tell when I was walking to the TV? Okay. Screw that. Anyway.
You're better off standing still, sir.
Let's talk to Raffin again. Raffin, we need pictures. We need photos. Did Home Depot say they would redo it for you?
No, I went to Home Depot and their first response was, we don't trust you and we trust the installers.
Well, what is? Wait. What do they mean? They don't trust you? Did they look at it?
No.
Well, they don't have to trust you. They just have to see the pictures. Did you send them pics?
I took the pictures with me to Home Depot and they were not willing to.
Tom, we got the pics. Take a look.
All right, where are they?
And Talib, I'm going to send them to you to put up.
Yeah, we got to put them up on our stream.
I don't find it horrible, but it's not, I don't know. It would bother me. I can't
wouldn't
say
accept
it wouldn't.
it. I want to ask Buddy Mitchell at Simply Floors. And why do they even need? I don't have any of those strips between my rooms.
Because they didn't get the planks didn't fit.
Yeah, why is the transition so rough?
Listen, let's get Buddy Mitchell on. Send these pictures to Buddy Mitchell. We'll put you on hold or we'll call you back, Raffin. I want to get his opinion on this. And then we'll contact Home Depot. Opal, hang on. Roger, hang on. I promise. We'll take your calls.
On the new True Crime podcast feature, a woman...
Hey, Talib, I know you're listening. I'm sending you these pics to get up.
How do you know he's listening?
Because I know he's running the board and he always watches YouTube. Or not the board, but the computer.
Oh, he is running this computer? You're not.
No, I haven't done it for the last week.
Oh, man, Talib's been doing it.
I haven't done it since Scott's been gone.
What's that?
I haven't had to do it since Scott's been gone. I mean, I haven't run it for a week plus. How's he doing? Does anybody know?
He's having he's
Scott's
having surgery today.
Oh, thank goodness.
I just texted him.
And I am going to go ahead and forward you
She's got, buddy.
these pictures and your...
I already sent them, Kelly.
No, it's not. It's Home Depot.
Tell Mark said
But
you
Tom
already
wanted
sent
to get you on to get your professional opinion about it. So, do you have time to...
Tell Buddy I sent him the photos.
Oh, he did? Okay. I believe Mark sent you the photos already. Okay, thanks, buddy. Hold on. Okay, Shannon, what is going on over here? Did my computer get a virus that I don't really need right now in the middle of the fucking show?
You seem tense. It says
It won't let
someone
me.
will hit deny. Go down there and hit deny. Yeah, something bad happened. Whatever that is, say cancel. I've never seen anything move like that. Are you able to get to cancel, or is it gonna? Because that's scary. If you have any sort of antivirus, I'd run it.
How do I do that?
Well, do you think you have?
Something happened.
Yep.
Okay, this is stupid. I need my computer. This could be a total fucking scam. Yeah, I have a weird thing going on with my computer. It said that you guys disabled my computer. Windows Defender scan. And it said to contact this. What? Yeah, so it basically says your computer has alerted us that it was infected with a Trojan spyware. I clicked on a link. Yes. But I'm in the middle of my job right now. And I actually need my computer in order to do my job. Yes. I am. What? One more time?
These doctors.
Yeah.
I tried to get a second opinion. And a lot
No,
of
there is
people
no IT person here.
tell me that. I said, well, you people, you've got to, you
I'm an
must
independent contractor.
have alternatives for people. I mean, what are people doing paying? Seriously.
They go to the emergency room.
No.
Kelly, who is that?
Well, they
Let me know if she's on the phone.
Yes.
No, but you'll get a consult
I mean, there's
right
some
away.
personal things on it.
I
There's
mean,
some
you know,
personal
within the
things
same
on it
day.
too, but primarily it is 100%
Well,
work.
It depends.
Well, till we know more, we'll.
Right? I don't know, man. It's amazing to me how booked out all of these doctors.
I'm surprised because, like I said, there are so many doctors in Denver.
And they're all booked.
That's what I'm amazed at.
Mark, when are you going to go live from the
And I guess if
campsite?
you're not, you don't want them.
What'd you say?
When are you going to go live from the campsite?
Probably next break.
Let's say what Martina.
Hey, what was Kelly talking about?
Kelly, they can hear you now.
Oh, about what?
What is iHeart infected? I just see this
I don't
shit.
get that.
Oh,
she
yeah,
is totally
my
calling a
computer
scanner.
Just all of a sudden, I clicked on YouTube to try to open the Troubleshooter page, and it went to, it basically, my whole computer locked up, and it says Microsoft Defender, basically.
What computer is it?
It's mine.
Oh. You probably did get hacked, but it's got nothing to do with YouTube.
No, I just clicked on a link.
Yeah. Hold on.
Yep. Okay.
Doesn't help. At this moment.
Isn't that weird?
About a minute, two.
There you
What's
go.
the flooring? Simply
Screw
flooring?
you.
Yes.
Hey, Kelly, just ignore that shit and reboot your computer. That's it.
Ignore, oh yeah. What's
And
going
make sure your Windows Defender's up to date.
Okay, it says to not restart it.
Yeah.
What, the little malicious thing says not to restart it?
Yeah, it's a laptop. It's a laptop.
Yeah. And Kelly,
She's back on the phone with some IT help.
of course, just to type in the YouTube address directly or go to YouTube, then search referral list.
That split screens look like shit.
All right, later, Talib.
That split screen
On our website, win. That's
Oh, sorry.
I don't
Here we
even
come.
get it.
Plotted him down.
Yeah, the YouTube looks like shit right now.
Ripped off.
What, with the split cameras? Yeah.
Yeah, well, one is
You need
frozen.
advice so you don't have to lose.
Mark's frozen.
We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino on 630 KHOW.
Hey, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. And what we're doing is we're talking about life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, solving problems, answering questions, taking complaints. And it's all brought to you by realcbdthatworks.com. Tom, and the promo code will get you 30% off CBD, the best CBD products, including a cosmetic line with anti-inflammatory properties, which is incredible for women and men if they want it, because it takes the swelling down in your eyes. Hey, that's realcbdthatworks.com. Tom, 30% off. Okay. Jairus and Josh are with us from Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies, and I do have a few questions. And you're welcome to text the show 57739. And Josh, people want to know, if you make regular money, I don't even know what that means, but this email said, I'm a hardworking guy, make regular money. Can I really plan, other than Social Security, can I have any kind of other income? I don't know. Everyone asks that question. How do you create income for life, and in addition to Social Security? And Jairus and Josh, I think unless you, and I'm serious, I'm just going to say it like it is. You tell me if I'm wrong. Unless you make a lot of money, you can't do it.
It really depends on what type of plans you have available to you through your job or your employer, Tom. A lot of folks have 401ks available to them, and no matter how little they contribute, they can oftentimes get a match, which is never a bad thing, but a little bit goes a long way over time, and eventually you may be able to convert that over into a lifetime income stream. So it depends. There's a lot of options available, but yeah, some people feel like all hope is lost, like this gentleman sounds like he does, or is. But,
well, tell me, let's really talk about it. A 401k, if you're making, let's say, $60,000 a year, you have a 401k, I don't know. Do you have people like that you can successfully plan for? Or are your people more higher income? Well, tell me about it. Tell me about it.
We work with both, Tom, and primarily, I mean, it all depends on the person's ability to save money. So if you're making $60,000 a year, but it only takes you $25,000 to live, then yeah, there's a lot we can do for you because you've got some flexibility to save some money. But if you're making $60,000 a year and spending 80, we're going to have a real difficult time helping you. And so it just depends on the standard of living somebody's used to, and we've got plenty of clients who make millions and millions a year, and have the ability to, of course, do lots of planning. But we have plenty of clients as well who make 40, 50, 60, 80,000 a year, and as long as they're able to put aside a percentage, maybe 5 to 10% a year or more, there are some definite things that we can do to help secure a retirement for them.
Where annuities fit in?
Now, do you like annuities?
In the right situation, we do, but they're not always right in every situation. So, like them, yes, if they're used appropriately, for sure.
Okay. And can you convert a 401k to an annuity? Is that a good idea? I think it sounds like a good idea now that I look at it, because a 401k is basically a drawdown account.
Yep. One of the tricks that folks are facing right now, Tom, is we've gone through 4 or 5 months of really terrible stock market. And if the one issue that retirees are having right this moment is if they're taking money out of a stock market account that's down 20%, that's going to devastate the longevity of their retirement portfolio. So in the case like I'm talking about now, sometimes an annuity might make sense, or because what that'll allow you to do is pull money out of an account that's not subject to market loss and leave the stuff in the market alone to recover. So that's, we can do that kind of a thing with a 401k account. If somebody's got an IRA account, those can be used to help secure lifetime income if they like.
But once you have the lump sum built up, is an annuity a good idea, or do you just draw down the 401k or the SEP or the IRA?
Everybody's situation is going to be different, Tom, but typically it makes sense to use a portion of those funds for that income stream. And, obviously the other portion, typically it makes sense for some growth opportunity.
Can you keep investing in if you have a 401k and it's tax deferred, when you start drawing it out, does the rest of the money still earn tax deferred, or does it turn into a different animal?
It's still tax deferred, absolutely.
Okay, so you can
pull money out.
You can theoretically, with a 401k, have a lump sum of money, and then you start taking income, but the rest of it, if invested wisely, could keep that stream coming.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay. Anyway, I want you to come up with. Okay, here's what I want you to do when I come back to you. I'm going to write it down. The 3 biggest mistakes people make in their lives as it relates to a bad retirement. 3 biggest mistakes. I really want to know what you have found people doing over and over that ends up being a detriment to their retirement. And okay, so right now I want to take. What are we doing? We're getting Buddy Mitchell to comment on this floor job, right? Okay, so now let's go to Roger quick with Les Schwab tires. Now, we have not heard, I don't think, Mark, we've had a complaint about Les Schwab ever.
We've had a few, but nothing major.
Okay, so what's happening with this, Roger?
Okay, well, Tom, just to let you know, I'll be quick and concise. What they did to my brother, he went in and got all new brake pads on an F350 crew cab dually, and all the rotors were good except one was close to being, it was still within tolerance. Anyway, the brake pads lasted 2 months, and he went back in, and now that one rotor that was close is now out of tolerance. And what they did, they put all brand new pads. They said they changed manufacturers because the previous one, the pads were bad, so they changed manufacturers to better pads.
Well, when he went to Les Schwab, hold on, did he go to Les Schwab for a complete brake job?
Yes.
And you're talking like not master cylinders, right? Just the pads and rotors, right?
Just the pads.
They did not do the rotors.
correct. They checked the rotors, and all of them were good except one was close.
So what are you complaining about?
Well, I'm not really complaining. They put all brand new pads on, and the one rotor, now it was out of tolerance. They put a brand new rotor on free of charge.
Oh.
That's how good of a company they are.
Man.
So now with less swab around, you can retire.
Hey, man, so you're not calling you're calling to give them kudos.
Yes, yes. And I don't know if they still do it. I know it used to be that, let's say in the fall you buy snow chains, and if you did not use those snow chains, you could bring them back in the spring, and they would give you all your money back on.
Come on, are you kidding?
Use them. They used to do it. I don't know if they still do. They may. And a lot of the stores, if they're not busy, or you pull in, they don't stand and wait for you to walk up. They run out and greet you.
Let me ask you something, Roger.
Yeah.
Why did they decide to replace?
I love them.
Why did they decide to replace the rotor free of charge?
Well, they were the ones who brought it up to my brother when we were there, and their comment was, well, you know what? Your pads only lasted 2 months, and you were not expecting to have to replace that rotor on this fast and put that money out of pocket that fast. So, you know what? We're just going to take care of it for you.
Man, that is incredible.
That was their statement, Tom.
Well, thank you for telling us about it. Thank you. Man, that's good. Good. Hey, you know that they actually do deserve a dinger, but Shannon's slow on the draw when it comes to getting my dinger out. Shannon? Okay. I think it's because he's mostly has his hands on his dinger, that's why. Opal! What's going on with you, Opal? Oh, Buddy Mitchell! I'm sorry, he's on. Wait. I didn't realize Buddy was on. Buddy Mitchell, Simply Floors, Inc. Buddy, you looked at those pictures of the hardwood floor installation, and the rooms didn't line up. As I said, I'm looking at my house right now. I'm looking through 3 rooms, and every single plank, all of the lines are lining up, and there's no transition board or threshold or anything. What do you think about that job?
It's a bad job. It's a bad. We wouldn't do it that way, but I don't know that it's. You know, if you have a bad carpenter installing a floor, that's what he does. It's just a bad job.
But that's not up to industry standard.
No, I mean, couldn't you demand to have that redone?
If one of my installers did that, you wouldn't have to demand. I mean, we wouldn't accept it. But
okay.
But you know, it's a bad job. It's an absolutely
good. I mean, good that you say that because we have reinforcement.
It's a bad job in the sense that, you know, if they're installing all the floors at the same time, he's installing it like laminate, okay? It looks like if it's laminate, it's done right, but it's not. It looks like engineered wood. That's what the pictures show in the pictures, in which they nailed it and or glued it down. With a 5-inch plank, you're supposed to nail, in Colorado, you're supposed to nail it and then glue assist, where you run beads of glue also to keep the floor down, and that's what the pictures show, is that it's an engineered floor. I can't tell if they nailed it down or not. But that said, laminate you used to have to install that way because of expansion and contraction. So my guess is Home Depot hired a laminate guy that had never done engineered wood to install it.
Well, hold on, buddy. What part are you talking about? What I'm talking about is where the seams,
the transitions,
they're not lined up.
Through the doorways. Where they go through the doorway. So.
Well, or where they go into rooms. I mean, and not even a doorway.
Well, right. Well, every one of the pictures that I saw was a doorway where it was going from one room to the next room, which old-style laminate floors, because laminate grew and shrink and it was a floating floor, you would have to put a transition at every door, so they would just install it that way.
But hold on. Maybe I'm not communicating properly. Maybe I'm not communicating properly. I have planks that transition the rooms. In other words, they go through the doorway.
Oh, I know. Right, which you can do with LVT, and you can do with some of the new laminates, and you can do with engineered floors. But it used to be old floors lots of laminate floors you weren't able to do that with. And so
Why?
that's what I'm saying.
Why couldn't you take a plank?
Because they would grow. Because it would grow and you would have pinch points at the door and then you would have buckling in your floors.
One piece, if you had, what lengths do they come in?
4 feet. But when you run in a continuous run of laminate, like 40 or 50 feet, and it's not nailed down, then that 40, it becomes one solid piece, and you weren't allowed to run it through doorways. You had to put a transition at every door. And so that's a very uneducated installer that thinks or he just was lazy and did it that way. It's the pictures you're showing me is done wrong because it's an engineered wood. But if it was laminate,
so with an engineered wood, you can go through the doorway.
Absolutely, engineered solid wood, LVT, and a lot of new laminates. But old laminates, I'm going to say this guy was installing 10 or 15 years ago when you couldn't do this, and then he came back to installing and he thought he did it right, or he was just incredibly lazy and didn't, or he's just not a good enough carpenter.
Right. I would say, buddy, if I'm buying a floor nowadays, I want every room I want it to look like it's one job through every room. I don't want to see any transition. I like to see planks that stem the doorways and bring you from one room to another, or not even doorways. Let's say archways with no doors. Right? You don't want to see transitions there.
Right.
But it sounds like it's not even to industry standards.
It's not the industry standard. In my sense, I'll just tell you this.
Yes?
It's a horribly installed job.
Okay, good. Now, we're going to tell
them. Should get right on
and
this.
Home Depot pays Home Depot, and there's 3 or 4 stores that they pay so little that they get inexperienced carpenters, and an inexperienced carpenter is not going to be. If you look at the doorways, think about a plank that you have to notch around all that trim. Right?
Yeah.
And you have to have a guy that knows with a jigsaw, that knows how to cut a piece of wood to make it go through the doorway. This is a carpenter that doesn't know how to do that or was too lazy to do that, and so he just installed each room individually and put the transitions in because it was easier on him to do it.
Okay, enough said. We got it, buddy. Simply Floors Inc.
Oh, that's it.
We need to contact Home Depot for this guy. He needs to get this job replaced. It's terrible. It is terrible, and I would never promote this thing. Hey, Shannon, did I blow past 15 or not?
Yes, sir.
Uh-oh. Okay, we got more coming right up.
The Tree Farm's Memorial Day sale, going on now. The Tree Farm has been family-owned and cared for since 1980. Now get 25% off all sizes of flowering shrubs, including lilacs, spirea, rose of Sharon, and more. 3-year-old old-fashioned purple or white lilacs, now just $55.96 each. Visit thetreefarm.com. The Tree Farm's Memorial Day sale.
Here you go. You good on these 310? Wait.
5 to exit 235, then 5 miles west.
You are up.
The Tree Farm.
John Fuller is an accident attorney, a personal injury attorney. He'll look at your case, and you won't be just a number. He's small by design. Big firms take on hundreds of cases, but they pick the cream of the crop, then brag about how much they got. You need your case worked, no matter how much you get, and John Fuller will work to get you the most. Here's the deal. He's my expert on my show. He can be your accident lawyer right now at myaccidentlawyer.co. That stands for Colorado, myaccidentlawyer.co, 303-597-4500. Always contingency fee basis and free consultations, 303-597-4500. Okay, we've been talking about retirement today, and Become the Banker is one way to do that with overfunding life insurance on purpose to get a cash value. And that cash value grows tax-free for the time. Well, actually, it's tax-deferred, but you can make it tax-free. They have becomethebanker.org has a strategy where it grows, and then you take it out as loans for income in retirement, never pay it back, and your life insurance proceeds pay it back. It's a cool plan. Check it out, becomethebanker.org. If you want cool, comfortable nights and you want to save money on air conditioning, I invite you to get what I have, QCcolorado.com. That's QC whole house fans. Now, don't mistake this for an attic fan that goes in the roof and ventilates the attic. This is a whole house fan, and it ventilates the house. It takes the cooler air from below, brings it through the house. Now, there's always cooler air below. In fact, by destratifying the air, you will definitely help your air conditioner work less, and you won't believe the difference in your home. Fresh, cool air, and it's not stagnant, and it doesn't have that stagnant feel. Give them a call. It's only a couple hours to install a remote control so they're not digging into the walls for switches. It's QCcolorado.com, 303-800-3419.
Cute. Thinking of selling your...
Hello, hello.
Yeah, what?
Okay.
I'm dealing with something here. I did 6 and 10, and then I do 10 and 2. Okay. Fuck, I'm just so out of it when it comes to medicine.
Oh, Lord.
Won't you buy me?
What's Tom doing now, Doc?
He's moaning about his pain as usual.
Ordering pizza?
No, he's getting more drugs.
I would get pizza if Doc wanted it. He doesn't want it.
Nah, Doc usually doesn't eat pizza. He likes hamburgers.
He doesn't want anything.
I thought Tuesday was hamburger day.
I don't know. I know I sound like an old fucking man talking about pain every day. I'm not going to talk about it. Oh, I got a goddamn I got a dental appointment today.
Speaking of pain.
Son of a bitch. Guess what, guys?
What time is
I
it?
got to duck out early. Mark.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, you got to lock up, Doc.
Yeah,
I got to duck out early.
What time is your...
2 o'clock.
Okay.
I got to leave here.
I'll leave through the garage and close the garage.
Yeah.
I'll leave the front door locked.
Okay.
Mark, you're going to have to put your couple's Cajun massage on hold.
And then you can turn this off. Just disconnect. You press that disconnect.
Okay.
Stand by.
Then the power button's there.
Stations apply. Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
You are up.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. Let's go right to the phones for Opal, who's been waiting. Opal, what's happening? Opal?
Yes.
You have a 2006 Jeep?
I went in to purchase a 2006 Jeep Commander, which is green, and I had traded in my car for this particular vehicle.
Okay, and you went to Jambo Auto?
Yeah, Jumbo Motors, which is on East Colfax Avenue.
Okay, so what's the problem with Jambo? What did you trade in, by the way?
I traded in a 2014 Ford Escape. And because I have so many grandkids, I was trying to get something where they all could be fit in and be comfortable. So I was trying to move up to a larger size SUV for the family. And so I went into the office, and the gentleman.
What is the issue today? Do you like your 2006? Go ahead.
Where it never passed emission.
Did you have it done in the first 3 days?
Yes, I had the emission done when I first purchased it.
They gave you that voucher, right?
Right, which failed.
Okay, so they have to either fix it or undo the deal. You know that, right?
Right, but he's trying to fix the car right now today, so he gave me a loaner vehicle to fix the car. But the problem with that is now he's trying to charge me. Well, at first he said $3,000 more.
Wait! They're not charging you more. They're going to undo the deal. They're either going to fix it. When they sold that, it's understood that it will pass emissions. If it takes extra money to make it pass emissions, they're not going to charge you that. They can't go back and change your contract. You tell them to cancel the deal and give your money back and give your trade back.
I tried to do all that yesterday because he said the car will be ready. So I asked him, could I have my trade-in back? And he said, no, that's not possible because I already have it under contract.
Well, listen, hold on. They have to fix that car that you bought and make it work for free. It has to be part of the original deal. They can't go changing the original deal.
Well, they changing the original deal because he added. I told him that I couldn't afford $3,000 more.
He can't go back and say, oh, by the way, you owe me $3,000 more because it didn't pass emissions. That voucher is good. Do you have proof that it failed in the first 3 days? Do you have that proof?
I have proof.
Okay, we're going to call him for you. This is bull crap.
Yes.
Oh, I can't believe this guy's going to try to take advantage of you like that.
Yeah, he added. So I told him I couldn't afford $3,000.
Opal, listen. This is crap. They better not have your car sold. This is wrong, and we're going to tell them. Who's taking this case? Okay, Deputy Doc is going to call him right this minute. Here's what it is, Doc.
I know.
The voucher system says that they have, and she got it done, and it didn't pass. They either make it right or undo the deal, and they can't retro charge her for it.
Right.
Opal, I don't blame you being upset. Don't worry about it right now. Let's take this sucks.
Tell Kelly to...
So did they already fix it?
No, sir. He said that it'll be ready on this Thursday, but I got to bring in a certain amount of money before I can get...
Yeah, don't do anything until we talk to him. This is crap. Man, I can't believe how people try to take advantage of people. It sucks. 303-713-TALK.
Just tell Kelly to...
Kelly, text Deputy Doc, Opal's number.
KHOW Denver, 6...
Okay.
An iHeartRadio station. Available everywhere on our free iHeartRadio app. #1 for music, radio, and podcasts. All in one. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm.
Traffic is moving along quite well on I-25. No reported slowdowns now between Northglenn and Castle Rock, either direction.
That's a good one.
5 look and across I.
You good on a little fill?
I'm really
freeways in good shape. Off the highways, there is a crash reported now at Park Avenue West and Wewata. Fox 31 pinpoint weather. A chance for some rain showers today with a high reaching 57. Tonight's low 39, and then sunshine returns for us tomorrow. Dry for the rest of the work week. Our high tomorrow 70. Currently, it's 46. With your Impact Traffic and Weather, I'm Chris McLaughlin, 630 KHOW.
Junk sleep got you down? The sleep experts at Mattress Firm can help. Get a king
10 away
price and save up to $500 off during the best Memorial Day sale ever. Plus, get a free adjustable base with qualifying purchase.
I love Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. Frank Duran as a person, one of the finest people you're going to meet. You put your house under contract to sell with him, he'll make sure he gets the most money and he sells it in the shortest amount of time possible. He has stats to prove it, and he'll show you. And here's the deal. He doesn't hold you to a long-term contract because he is so confident that you'll be happy. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, with free market analysis too. 303-920-1622. One Clear Choice Doors. One Clear Choice Doors. I love these guys. One Clear Choice Garage Doors. They did my garage, and they can do yours. They do an $80 inspection, second to none. They go through everything with adjustments and hinge bolt tightening and all of the safety stops, just to let you know your garage door is in good shape. If you're moving into a home, have it done. Or just call them for any service 24/7. OneClearChoiceDoors.com. That's OneClearChoiceDoors. It's OneClearChoiceDoors.com. 720-370-3987. Also, if you're looking for a divorce attorney, and I hope you're not, Harris Family Law has been with me for years. I know Rich and Lisa Harris. They started this firm. They have about 30 lawyers, and they do a great job representing you. They have different specialties, and here's what I love. They do collaborative law, and they're about 98% successful getting the other party to go along with collaborative law, meaning they don't file anything in court. They talk everything out and then just get a final divorce decree to keep your costs down. They can also do unbundled services. They'll handle as much or as little as the case if you want. If you just want them to do one thing, they'll do one thing. Call them. 303-515-5000, 303-515-5000, harrisfamilylaw.com.
Super fabulous. You got 3.5 minutes here.
Are we done with Opal? Is Doc going to take it?
Yeah, he wanted you to text her number.
Yeah, I did.
Thank you. So there.
Yeah. Well, we want a lot of things from Doc we're not getting.
Well,
I mean, that dealer's trying to pull a fast one. They just can't do that crap.
Do you want me to text him the name of the number of the place too?
I guess he'll get it from Opal if he calls her. Right?
Yeah, I always like to be proactive.
Go ahead and do it, but tell him it's the place. Listen, we got to answer Raul's email. He gave me he's communicating with me, so I want to get him on the show, and I want you to answer this email so he lightens up on you because he's really mad at you. And I want him
Who are you talking about?
Me.
I'm talking about Raul.
No, who needs to lighten up on him?
No, nobody has to lighten up on him. I didn't say that. I said to get him to lighten up.
You just said lighten up on him.
No. I said he needs to lighten up on her. He's mad at her. We're not lightning.
He really doesn't have any reason to be mad at me, though. I mean, Shannon can attest. I've been really, really cordially nice to this guy.
No, I know that. I think he just associated you with the initial stuff. But here's the deal. It doesn't matter. He's talking to us now, and he's giving real reasons for stuff. Not that I go along with him, but I want him to come on the show. I also want you to send him the names of some people, and he said he has an explanation for each of them.
Oh, okay.
But I want you to do it because I want him to see that you and I are both trying to get him to tell a story.
Yeah, I can do that.
But first, I'm going to forward you the latest email, and then you copy me on it.
Is it an email or text?
It's an email.
Okay.
Should we include as one of the people Tony Soprano?
Okay.
Okay.
Here you go. You are up.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino. This is the Troubleshooter Show. We're trying to solve problems. We're on the phones right now with those other people to try to get them to do something. Okay, Josh and Jairus, Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies, which is rpcenter.com. And these guys, I truly am using. We've talked a few times, and it's my neglect. I need to get together with them with the actual paperwork. I want them to quarterback my retirement plan, and we've talked twice, and I really like their approach. They're just transparent. 3 biggest mistakes. When people come to you, what are 3 things that you find commonly that people do that they shouldn't do, or just anything that could improve their situation? What would you say the 3 biggest things are?
Yeah, thanks, Tom. So, number 1, I mentioned this earlier in the show, but too much risk in a portfolio is number 1. Number 2, we would say, is too much debt. And then number 3, too little secure income. So those 3 things.
But what can they do about income, though? That's something that's not their fault, right?
Well, it goes back to what we were talking about sooner. If we can take some of the money that they've got, and I'm not saying this is the way we do it all the time, but if we can help somebody take some of the money they've got in risky market investments and put it in a place where they can have some security and some guaranteed income, that's going to help a lot of situations. Again, and I would add a 4th thing to the list, Tom, if I could, and this kind of ties everything together. If folks aren't working with a comprehensive planner that can touch on all the areas of their financial life, that's a fiduciary, then they're going to do themselves a disservice, because what we're going to do is help them with income, investments, taxes, health care, and estate planning. And if they're analyzing or working with people or doing some of those areas on their own, it's going to be hard to pull it all together into one, comprehensive plan that's going to take them into retirement successfully.
Too much debt, too much risk, not enough income, and really, the income part. Do you mean not enough income in their portfolios, or not enough income in their career?
Not enough income in the portfolio, coming out of the portfolio.
Okay. But certainly, people, their careers are career. What they make, they make. People do have to have an exit plan for what they do if they own a business. Do you help them ever with that?
Yeah, definitely.
Either passing on the business or selling it?
Yep.
Do you have a lot of self-employed people coming to you?
A fair amount, yeah. Josh, what would you say? We do get it.
We have a lot. In fact, we have a lot of great strategic partners that, we know through our partnership and relationships, and as well as yours, Tom, that help with these exit strategies. And we get real creative with them a lot of times, not your traditional stuff, and that'll really help create peace of mind for them as they exit their pride and joy, which is their business.
Yeah, and can you save money in taxes when they sell things and when they plan for retirement? Are taxes a big thing?
Without question, and oftentimes taxes are probably one of the most overlooked things when it comes to retirement planning. Too many people think it's income and investments only, and that's it. But that tax planning piece is so critical, because it doesn't matter what you earn if you don't get to keep much of it.
So do you really have a strategy, though, for when they start shedding stuff to defer taxes or lower them?
Absolutely.
I would like to know about, if you can give some hints on some tax strategies that you guys like to do. I just like to give people an idea of what, you don't have to, give away anything proprietary, but I'd like to talk about that next. Right now I want to talk to WD, can't be your name. Is it your name? Do you go by WD?
Yes.
You do? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
D for Darling.
WD you want to promote a firearm. Now listen, I want people to listen. No matter how you feel about firearms, we all can agree that if people own firearms, it should be done safely. That's what WDN...
Yeah, but this is...
What, Mark?
Tom, this is about the Eddie Eagle from the NRA. This is training kids not to get around guns, don't touch guns. If they come across a gun, what to do. This isn't like a carry permit.
No, that's right. But I wanted to say WDN, firearms. Don't you guys also do training for people too, right? On getting a gun permit?
Yeah, we do all kinds of firearms training. We do CCW classes, all the way up to some advanced training. We're all law enforcement instructors, and we're on the referral list. That's how people can contact us, and about the Eddie Eagle program too.
Okay, let's talk about that. So I just want people to know they're a complete training program. If you want to get your concealed carry, if you want to do any of that, you can go through them. Now, let's talk about Eddie Eagle. What is that for?
Well, Eddie Eagle is a program that's been developed for about 30 years. It's a task force made up of teachers, educators, safety specialists, psychologists, law enforcement, and the NRA safety experts. And what it does is it teaches kids something different about guns. What most parents don't understand is that kids have already been trained what to do about guns by video games, TVs, movies, cartoons, and that's to pick it up, point it at somebody, and pull the trigger. Eddie Eagle teaches them something different. Also, we hear, well, I don't have guns in the house, but what if your child goes to a neighbor's house where they negligently left one laying around, or another kid shows up in a park with one, or a school? This teaches kids what to do in that situation. Eddie Eagle also,
Eddie Eagle, by the way, Eddie Eagle is a character that you guys created. He's an eagle, and it's a cool idea, both animated and costumed, like a mascot, right?
Yes. And Eddie Eagle, it basically also informs parents who come to, it's about a 1-hour course, that you can't handle a gun like we do other items like a cell phone. You can't leave it laying around unsecured. So it's in addition to teaching the kids, it also teaches parents that these are dangerous items and it needs to be handled differently with a different mindset. And that's the mindset we try to get to.
If I recall from when my kids went to this when they were little, it's basically stop, don't touch it, get the hell out of there, and tell a grown-up.
Oh, wait a minute, Tom. You know what? Eddie Eagle just showed up. Hey, Eddie, what do you tell kids if they come across a gun?
Hi, kid. You stop. Don't touch. Run away and tell a grown-up.
Sounds just like Mark.
And by the way, Tom, we got Eddie Eagle is free. Everything's supplied by the NRA. Certificates, coloring books.
Wait a minute. The program is free?
Yes.
Absolutely. All it takes
you can't
is about
beat this thing.
Wow.
Yeah, it takes about
It doesn't matter. Let me just talk to him. Let me just say one thing. It doesn't matter if you're pro-gun, like Tom said, or anti-gun. This is about your kids being safe. Period. And break.
This program has been proven to save kids' lives. I know you've all heard about the recent tragedies of young kids killed by picking up a gun that was negligently left around.
Now
we do have one coming up May 29th.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know. May 29th, and what's the phone number too? They can go to WDN Firearms at referralist.com and find him. But also, it's May 29th, you say, right?
Yes, at 2 p.m. It's about an hour long.
Okay, I need to know a phone number if you have one.
Yes, 720-271-3267.
Okay, thank you very much. We'll repeat that too, and I'll get that.
Thanks, man.
I'll get that information out. We appreciate it. WDN Firearms, May 29th, 2 p.m., 720-271-3267.
Very nice. Just Mark here.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Furniture Row.
An accident southbound Broadway at Bayard. It's blocking traffic, stop-and-go traffic from First Avenue. And an accident reported eastbound Mississippi on the ramp to southbound I-225. 225 itself looking good right now. No reported problem spots across I-70 or I-25. Your C-470 drive checking in clear along the foothills and through Highlands Ranch. Fox 31 pinpoint weather, a chance for some rain showers today with a high of 57. Tonight's low 39, and then sunshine returns for tomorrow, dry for the rest of the work week. Our high tomorrow reaching 70. Currently, it's 46. With your Impact Traffic and Weather, I'm Chris McLaughlin, 630 KHOW.
Buy more, save more at the massive 4-day sale at Furniture Row. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend, plus 7 years no interest financing. Find the best selection at the lowest prices guaranteed. It's the perfect time to create a new living, dining, and bedroom look. Hurry, the massive 4-day sale at Furniture Row ends Monday.
You know, I can't emphasize enough, when you have a claim to make on your commercial or homeowner's policy, you need help, you need someone on your side. Matt with Paragon Services got me $70,000 when they said I didn't have any hail damage. You need help. Even if they're willing to pay for that roof because of fire, flood, whatever it is, they're leaving money on the table. I promise you, Matt will get it for you. He's the best out there. 719-726-0020.
For over 150...
Till June 7th.
And there he is sitting in his RV trying to do the live, and his audio's breaking up, his video's breaking up. That's good. So yeah, what I'm thinking here, man, is I might as well just save this to the desktop right now. Yeah. So you can just drag it in. We were just calling it the Troubleshooter today, right? Keep it 4, I keep forgetting.
Talib, I don't understand why that moves. You'll see what I'm talking about when you look at it. I'm not going to mess with it.
So what I've done
Home slice.
is they are up and off.
Hey, this break I will do a video, I promise.
All right, whatever.
Yeah, I know. I've said it 5 times. My bad.
Just don't do it like last time where you start the camera and it drops in your lap. That's not the video we want to see.
Talib's got my camera all messed up.
We are the YouTube content right now.
Talib, put up that flooring again, too.
Who's on what?
Tom, Mark.
Oh.
Yeah, obviously, Kelly Munich. And so during the breaks, we're live. Out to YouTube.
Not you.
And
because
we're on.
There.
Yeah.
Okay, they wouldn't talk to me.
Why, those bastards?
So I told her to call up, tell them exactly what, and if they don't respond to her...
What did they say
I'll
to
go
you?
with her. They said they can't talk to me because I'm not the person who bought the car. So she's going to call them and tell them exactly what we told her. And if not, I'll go down with her tomorrow morning and confront them in person.
Did they sound like...
Testing.
jerks?
Yes.
Testing.
It was a
2 minutes.
A secretary.
That's just for me, not for you.
To Jambo.
Just keep it to,
So I told
just keep it down there, buddy.
Call and we'll see what happens.
I think we should have people bomb them.
Well, let's
See,
wait.
they should talk to you.
So you're reading on neuropathy?
Somebody sent me a link.
Well, the treatment is not putting your feet in...
Wait till you guys see this place outside. It's going to blow you away.
It's
going to blow you...
Late, can you hear me, Tom?
Hold on.
Yeah?
Tom, we're in North Carolina in the Blue Ridge Mountains. It's stunning.
Oh,
It is stunning. I could live here.
I used to live...
We might live here.
I used to live in Raleigh. And we would go there.
I'm gonna send you some pictures of this place,
are you
man.
Close to Asheville?
A couple hours away, yeah. Oh my gosh, Tommy, it is so gorgeous
I know.
here.
Wait till you see some of these units. I think this is unlike anything you've seen.
Suze, they're different kind of mountains than we have. They're rounder.
Oh, yeah.
They're rolling hills.
They're rounder and lower.
Oh, man. You can see fog off of some of them and not other ones.
And it's so green
so
that
pretty.
the air looks green, right?
Yes. Oh my gosh, it's unbelievable.
Well, also in certain areas they call them the Smoky Mountains because of that.
Right, well, that's up
Yep.
a little further north.
Yep.
But you know what? That's why I don't like hiking in Colorado, because all you see is dirt and pine trees. When you hike back east, there's ferns and hardwood trees and green and brooks. It's a totally different experience.
Stand by.
Before regulated by the Division of Real Estate. Denver's talk station.
You are up.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Listen, I really have to tell you that gutters don't clean themselves. It's a dangerous job. That's why I endorse Gutter Helmet, Denver.com, the multi-patented gutter protection system. Never clean your gutters again, guaranteed. 303-298-8888, gutterhelmetdenver.com. So listen, we tried to call that dealer, Deputy Doc, and they said, we won't talk to you. To recap that call, because it's pissing me off, Opal went to Jambo Auto, traded in her car for a 2006 Jeep Cherokee, which failed emissions with that voucher. Jambo, of course, under the law, is either required to fix it or to return or to undo the deal. Jambo is fixing it, but told her they want her to pay for it.
$3,000.
$3,000 more. And they refuse to talk to us about it, which is crap. They can talk to us. They can talk to us. But they won't. You know why? Because I believe they tried to pull a fast one and we caught them. That's Jambo Auto.
She's got to write them a letter, man.
And listen, Mark, we got to undo this deal. Now, here's the deal. She has to call them. Did you talk to her?
I did.
She's going to confront them and say, well, I want my money back, or I want the car at the original price. If they refuse that, we're going to the dealer license board. I'm going to give their number out, and I want all hell to break loose because that works. Jambo Auto.
She needs to give them that notice, though.
What notice, Mark?
She's got to do this within 3 days.
No, she got the emission. Hold on, Mark. She got the emissions test, okay, within the 3-day voucher. She's got proof it failed. Now they're trying to fix it. I mean, they're allowed to fix it. They don't have to fix it within that 3 days, so it's unreasonable to expect her to have that notice within 3 days. Where did you read that, Mark?
No. That's not what I meant. Just having that bad emissions test, she also needs to tell them, listen, I want my money back or I want you to fix this thing.
Right.
Then I believe they have 10 days. They have 10 days to either refund it or fix it or decide which one to do. Then if they decide to actually fix it,
they can't fix it and change the price of the car.
No, they cannot.
Mark, that's what she's
Jambo Auto tried to jam it.
Wow.
Millions of homeowners.
Hey, Mark.
All right. Hey,
I'm going to do a video real quick.
And I mostly like you guys, but I'm leaving.
That's what I told her.
A-Rod's here.
See you, Shannon.
Bon Jovi.
Are you leaving, bro?
Yeah, I got to go do a thing. Well, you know.
Who's taking over?
Anthony Rodriguez. A-Rod.
Oh, A-Rod's been there before.
Oh, he's a genius. I've done an undiscovered genius, but he's here, man.
He's awesome.
Stop. All right.
All right, I'm going to go grab
So you guys assume I got audio. I'm looking.
I want to know.
I should have audio. Yes, I see audio. All right. So this is Toxaway Lake. This place is kick-ass. This one's like, this pad site we have is like maybe, I don't know, for this place where we're at, this is maybe a 5 out of 10, meaning the ones that are 10 have houses kind of like houses. So this one's got a full outdoor kitchen. It's got a nice TV, fireplace. It's really cool, actually. You pull up, all your hookups are there. It's got a little water feature. We're right by one of the
different kind of pretty.
Yeah, but you go, upstate New York.
I know. I find it funny when they call this colorful Colorado.
Oh, I know.
Compared to the Northeast is the most colorful place in the world.
Yeah, but even hiking it, you have hardwood trees and ferns and brooks.
No, of course, absolutely. I know what you're saying.
It's a totally different experience.
Listen, Kelly. Kelly.
She's out of the studio right now.
I need to talk to her. When she gets a chance, I really need
Right
to.
after you showed the pools.
Northeast is the most colorful place in the world. Did you move it?
I don't know how to do anything. So.
No, of course. Listen, Kelly. Kelly.
She's out of the studio right now.
I need to talk to her. When she gets a chance.
Right after you showed the pools. I've been trying to collect on a guy for a few months. Oh.
All right, go ahead. Oh, wait, you're up, right?
Tom, did you need something?
Yes. I want to call Albertus and get him on to promote his basketball camp.
Who?
For kids. It's a nonprofit. Can you call him?
If it's in the context, I certainly could. What's
I'm
his
going
name?
to do that. I'm going to write it to producer's notes. Okay?
Yep.
Down. Notes to producer. Okay, call Albertus. Okay, good. And then we'll get him on, and he's cool. Hold on. Let me get his number.
Okay, you're pissing me off, Coat. You were banished.
This is
Good
a good
afternoon.
program
Thanks so much for
kids.
calling the Tom Martino Troubleshooter Show. How can I help you?
Good program for kids. Come on, God damn it. Do you know that goddamn Repatha reduced my plaque? You can see it.
Really?
It fucking reduced it. Like, that's real shit.
Yeah, you know, I called that guy twice, and he never called me back. That Don, whatever his name is.
Oh. What did you call him about?
To set up a...
Oh, no. Just tell Terry you want to do it.
Don Corcoran.
Yeah.
I'll call Terry.
No. It was Don. Yeah. Call Terry. Here's what. They'll set it up as his office. I think it's like $129 or it's nothing.
Right. I'll call Terry.
Yeah. And tell him you want to do it. You don't have to. Yeah. Because Don is the corporate guy.
Okay.
Don Wolford or something. He's the corporate guy. He's really involved in the corporate end, but Terry has kind of taken over, Dr. Grossman. And it's a whole separate, if you ever called the number of core scans, you would get it. Corescans.com.
I'll just call Terry.
Yeah. You'll have all his contact shit, right?
So you have a PI that you use, right?
We did. Let me see if we still have him.
I was going to call him and see if he knows anybody in the LA area.
God damn it. This just reverts to a date I don't understand why in the past. It just, my faxes, but it reverts to a date that's not real. I just don't.
All right, here we go.
I can't hear anything. I don't have any audio, bro.
You will here shortly. Stand by. You're up.
Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Here to help you solve problems, answer questions, take complaints, and make your life just a little easier. All you have to do is call me, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Garage Magic is the place to go to make your garage doors, your garage floors beautiful, or your patios, your walkways, lifetime guarantee. I know these guys, they do a great job. That's garagemagic.com. And it's 720-600-HOME. Lifetime warranty. Okay. Now, let's continue with our calls. I am so pissed at that car dealer. Is she going to let us know today if they turn her down?
Yes.
All right. We want to know immediately. To make a long story short, she bought a car. It didn't pass emissions in the first 3 days under the voucher. They said, we'll fix it. Now they're saying, we're fixing it, but you owe us another $3,000. They can't do that. Good old Jambo Auto can't do the Jambo on her.
You want their number?
And no, I'm not going to give out their number until they refuse to give her money back.
Okay.
All right. Real quick here, I want to go to Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies. These are good people. I want to talk about tax strategies, if they have any that they can share, some of the mistakes we make with taxes going into retirement. What are some of the tax strategies? By the way, Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies handles all aspects of retirement. You can have your own stuff already, your 401ks. You can have all that already set up. They're going to coordinate everything. What are some tax planning things you got to do?
Well, Tom, that's a really good question. There's a lot of things that people could do, whether leading up to retirement or already in retirement. But one of the biggest mistakes that we see people doing leading up to retirement is not taking advantages of Roth IRAs. You know, we're in an interest rate or tax rate environment where taxes are still fairly low. We see what kind of spending is going on around us in the country. So that lends to the possibility or likelihood that taxes are going to go up in the future. So taking advantage of those tax-free benefits now.
How does a Roth work? Explain the Roth. You put in your money after tax money, right?
Correct. And any growth on that money, and as well as those contributions, grow tax-free. And when you start to distribute those funds down the road, they are also tax-free.
See, that's a wonderful option. Now, does that phase out with income?
Correct, yeah. So once you reach certain income thresholds, then you're restricted. However, if you've got IRAs or 401ks, you can always take advantage of Roth conversions. Yes, you'll pay taxes on those funds, but it's kind of a backdoor way, if you will, of taking advantage of a Roth IRA that a lot of folks don't know are available to them.
Now, wait a minute. You mean if you have a 401k, you can roll it over to a Roth?
Yep, you just have to pay taxes on the portion that you roll over or convert, if you will. So you'll take the tax hit now, but it may ultimately benefit you down the road if we end up being in a higher tax rate environment like we anticipate.
So the 401k and the growth, the contribution and the growth, you never paid tax on. So you pay tax on it. Do you pay a penalty?
Are you talking in terms of pulling money out of the 401k?
If I take, let's say you have, I'm just taking a number, just fictitious number. Let's say you have $250,000 in a 401k. You contributed to it, plus it grew. You never pay tax on any of it. When you pull it out, you pay ordinary income tax on that $250,000?
Correct. Yep. And unless if you're over age 59 and a half, you will not have any penalties. You'll just be on the hook for those ordinary income taxes.
And then after those taxes, you convert it to a Roth. The income limits don't apply?
Correct. Because you're paying taxes on those funds as you convert. So that is correct.
But you're paying them all.
How do they calculate? Hold on a second, though. How do they calculate that? Like, if let's take Tom's number of 250, and you make whatever amount that year of normal income, then you take that out. Do you pay that highest bracket tax on that, or is that a set amount from when you would have paid taxes on it? How do they tax it?
Or is it a capital gains?
Nope. If it's coming from a 401k or an IRA, it's going to be at your ordinary income tax rate. So that $250 in Tom's example would be added on top of whatever your income for that year. So you want to be mindful of how much you would do. Yeah.
We often talk. This is one way that a lot of folks, especially high income earners, get around the limitations on ability to contribute to a Roth, because once your income, if you're married, if your income's over about $214,000, you can't contribute to a Roth IRA, but you can do conversions to a Roth IRA. So, this is an option for folks who thought they were locked out of that possibility.
Okay, once you have a Roth, can you contribute?
It's all income-based, Tom.
I mean, other than the rollover, can you keep contributing?
If you're under those income limits or thresholds, if you will, yes, you can contribute.
But you can't if you're over. You only get the rollover.
Right.
Correct.
Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies, 970-663-3211, and they'll come to you to meet.
Hey, let me ask them something. Guys, if you had a young couple, someone in their 20s making, I don't know, combined they make $100,000, whatever, normal money, if you will, or a little better, and they want to start saving early, the Roth would be a great idea, even though you can't put more than whatever it is, $15,000 or $30,000 a year, even if you're under those thresholds. If you start that in your 20s, that's almost the best product out there. Would you guys agree with that?
Oh, for sure. Now, like you mentioned, you're limited in what you can put in. You can put $6,000 a year into a Roth IRA if you're under $6,000 this year. If you're under 50 years old, and so they can get it going to a limited degree, but it'll definitely pay off long term. And to be frank with you, we've got other options besides Roth IRAs that also have tax deferred growth. Tom, one of your advertisers, talks about life insurance and using it to do the same thing. You don't have contributions on life insurance, so if you wanted to really pump up your tax-free growth prior to retirement, that's another option. We could look out with somebody if they're...
Where my question was really going with that, though, is do you guys take on those kind of clients that aren't rolling over $250,000 or something? I mean, the young couple starting out that want the advice, want to use someone, not do it themselves. Do you guys take those guys on? Because a lot of people don't.
Certainly. Yeah, we'll visit with just about anybody who's interested in talking to us. And what we can do for them is going to be, again, limited, and so we're not going to end up spending a lot of time and effort with those folks. We definitely have strategies that can help with them, and as their portfolio and as their financial lives grow, we'll be there ready to help them along the way.
No, I can see that, and I understand that. So rpcenter.com, Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies. Let's go to Trey. Trey has a neighbor dispute over a tree, I think. What's going on, Trey?
Hey, Tom.
Hey.
So what I've got is I've got a tree that's in between mine and my neighbor's house, which is a rental.
But whose property is it on?
The other person's property.
Okay, and they're renting it.
So it's a renter. So the quandary is the renter is not responsive, and I need to let the owner know that the large cotton tree is now become not a nuisance tree anymore. It's a dangerous tree after this last storm.
Why is it dangerous?
It doesn't look. It's shedding all its limbs. It doesn't look healthy, and it's leaning my way. So if it decides it wants to fall, so I'm just trying to figure out
if you contact this owner, they're not going to do anything unless they're nice people or they're compelled to do it by the city or municipality you're in. What entity are you in? What municipality?
So it's going to be Fountain.
Now, I don't even know if Fountain has a place to call for that, do they?
I'm unaware. I haven't.
I think Fountain would.
Yeah, because Denver does. You know, if they see a dangerous tree, they'll make them do something about it. But
what if he just goes down to Fountain City Hall and asks?
Yeah, you can ask somebody in Fountain, who do I talk to about a dangerous tree? They could compel the neighbor to do it, or you can simply talk to the neighbor. Have you ever talked to the neighbor?
The neighbor will not talk. They are the type that just drives in the garage, shuts the door. They won't even answer the door.
The owners, you said they rent it out.
No, I haven't. So that's my question the renter will not talk. So I don't, other than going to the appraisal district and finding the owner, which I did, which is out of state, if I notify them by mail, I mean, what is the course of action appropriately to try to get this done amicably?
Well, I would say I'm a neighbor to your property, and it's in dangerous condition, and if it falls and injures somebody or my property, you will be in it for for a lawsuit. If you could find out who their insurance company is, you could also contact their insurance company. Their insurance company would make them do it.
Understood.
But you have to find out this information. I don't know how you find out who insures a place. I really don't.
It's hard. They have a building maintenance division in the city of Fountain, and their phone number is right on the city of Fountain's website. I'd start with them.
Yeah, they should be able to tell you some places to go. And then I would still contact the owner and warn them. This is a warning. That tree is about to fall. By the way, Trey, is it really about to fall?
With cottonwood trees, you don't know. But as everyone knows with large trees, if you don't do the proper maintenance, you really can't estimate when it's going to give out.
But there are a lot of people that neglect trees, a lot of them.
Oh, yeah.
And
well, I did.
Go ahead.
The course of action is just basically what I wanted y'all to outline with me.
The course of action.
I'm trying to get it.
The course of action is to tape a letter on the door, plus mail one to the owner. then call the city. That's what I would do.
I'd go one step further. I would actually call a tree service out for an estimate and get them to write something about the tree. I mean, it shouldn't cost you anything because they might end up getting the job. Then take that recommendation and do exactly what Tom said and get them notified by either mail or tape it on their door.
Yep, that's the way to do it.
Excellent.
Okay.
Excellent.
303-713, we got to take a break, 8255.
Does the renter have any obligation?
The Tree Farm's Memorial Day sale going on now.
Your lives in 30, Tom.
All sizes of evergreen trees, including pine, spruce, upright juniper, and more. Get 25% off all sizes of shade trees and flowers, including redbud, maple, honey locust, and more. 5% off all sizes of flowering shrubs, including lilacs, hydrangeas, spirea, and a lot more. Now through Memorial Day.
Oh, more so. 10,000 times. 10,000 fold. Here we go. 5 seconds, Tom.
Gotcha.
Your lives.
Miles west to the tree farm.
FixMyHome.com, oh my goodness, are they doing incredible work. What they do is they will inspect, clean, extreme clean, and adjust your AC to make it in tip-top shape. And you want to do that before the extreme heat. You want to do that before supply chain problems, and there will be supply chain problems. You want to know the condition of your AC now. And it's just $39 for new customers. These are the people I use for plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, and drains in my home. Fix it 24/7. FixMyHome.com. 720-526-3939. Just $39. 720-526-3939. You know someone else I use, and I mean it, honest to God, they come to the studio, they come to my home, they come and meet me, and I don't pay any more than I would for an IV bar. When I want hydration therapy, and I use it for general health, for dehydration, for vitamins, you can also use it for NAD, which is a cellular rejuvenation, and you get all of it for the same price as an IV bar, and it's doctor-supervised medical professionals to your home or office. Rocky Mountain IVmedics.com. Great people. You can call or text for same-hour appointments. 720-987-2155, 720-987-2155.
So many people have told me about Orchard.
Hello, hello.
Yeah, get Albertus on, Kelly. The number's down there.
Man, you almost got full lines.
I know. Are you saying I shouldn't do it? Because I promised him I would.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you talked to him.
Yeah, I just want, you know that camp he has every year for kids?
No, he does it every year.
And it's a good thing. I can't believe my AC was just on. You just heard it. I mean,
yeah, Mark, I don't see.
It was on 60. It can't be that cold. Is it cold out?
It is cold here.
Oh, should I turn it up a little?
Okay, but it's just got to be right at the end of the show.
I'm leaving, you know.
Tom, what time are you leaving, do you think?
Probably 1 or so. I should probably give you the clean hour.
All right. I'm just trying to think how we can. A-Rod, do you have any way of dropping his access? Here's why. We run up on YouTube, as you know, too. If we kill his access, we have no audio for YouTube. I can...
What? Did he cut you off?
Soon as I sign out, I will kill my access and 5 will be open. All right, perfect.
What does that mean, Mark? Do we have to do anything here?
Nope, we're good, Tom.
We just leave this on, right?
You're not gonna do anything. I'll kill yours
at the end of the show.
From here, I'll kill our feed, or Talib will actually.
At the end of the show.
You're killing Tom's.
I will text Shannon to kill Tom's because I know he can do it remotely.
What time are you leaving?
Yeah, usually it's something open here on the desktop because I know how to do it as long as the program's up. He doesn't look like he had it up, so he must have done it a different way or from his own personal stuff.
He does it some other way. It's no big deal. He already told me it's no big deal.
And Mark, I'll be here till 2.
Plus, you don't need that one right that second.
Oh, just the one. Yeah, just the one right at the end when all you guys are fully done.
I gotta do my steroids.
Now, are you feeding this back to Tom so people hear it, everything we're saying?
Yep, I got you guys off and up, so it'll, same way that Shannon was sourcing it.
Cool, he showed you how to do it.
Steroids.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Man, they got you guys bouncing around like mad. I can't believe it, man.
A little bit, but when you're experienced doing all of it, it's not that big of a deal. It's not too shabby.
I just find it weird how, like, you know, someone will do, let's say, Mandy's show for 2 hours, our show for 2 hours, then someone else's show for 2 hours, and someone else's show. Why wouldn't you have one person do the one show for 4 hours?
That is the question.
It's Mark.
That's the part that's just like...
It's too logical, Mark.
There you go.
It is too logical. It's like it would be too norm. Now, I always said, though, I think Tom should run his own board, answer his own calls, and do the show. I mean, come on, step up, bro.
Intrigued.
That's what Mandy does.
Well, Mandy has a producer that answers the phone.
I wonder what it's going to be like, seriously, to not have back pain.
Oh, it'll be like it was
Here we go.
6 months ago.
While streaming KHOW and the full screen player, just click the microphone to record your message. Talk back to Denver's talk station.
You're up.
Hey, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. I can't stress enough. Water Pros, I can't. Waterpros.net. Get the water system, the best system at the lowest price, especially the whole house conditioning for better plumbing, better laundry, better skin. Waterpros.net, 303-862-5554, under $2,000, and the drinking water fountain under $1,000. You won't get better prices anywhere. Anywhere. Waterpros.net. Okay, let's keep going. I want to, let's see, take people who've been waiting. Mike's been, Janet's been waiting. So, Janet, what's going on with you, Janet? What's happening?
I have a 2000 Saturn. I financed through Chase Auto.
Yeah, how long have you had it, Janet?
Since it was 6 miles old. January
Oh, my gosh, so you had it from brand new.
Yes, I switched the loan to a lien. Lien was paid off around 2004. I was going through a messy divorce, and I was concerned he was going to try to take my car that I bought and paid for, so I never got the title. Well, now the car is old, 22 years old, lots of miles, and I started trying to get my title back in February.
No, wait. When did you pay off your car?
Back in 2004.
Okay, in 2004, when you paid it off, why didn't they send you the title?
I don't know, but they never sent me one, and I never asked for one all these years.
Okay, that's easy. Now, did they release the title? Do you still have a lien on that car?
No, I have 2 copies of a lien release.
Good. Just do a lost title. It's easy, Janet. Just do a lost title.
Tom, it's easier than that. If it was a Colorado plate and Colorado registration, Colorado title, all she has to do is bring the lien release down to DMV, and she can leave with the title in her hand.
Right, they'll print it out for her.
Tried that. They told me I have to get a title from Chase and a bill of sale with several points of specific information on it. And all Chase does is send me a new copy of the lien release. And it's, they won't send me a title or a bill of sale.
You shouldn't. Listen, you have a bad DMV then. I don't care. I just did this. I walked into DMV not even 3 weeks ago with nothing more than a lien release and my driver's license, and I left with the title.
But okay, it is a lost title.
Okay.
That's what mine was, Tom.
I know, but she didn't do a lost title. You have to tell him it is a lost title.
Okay.
That's it. I mean, they have
I'd
to...
go to a different DMV, too.
I may have to try that.
The one in Lone Tree I find extremely good. They're very close to Park Meadows.
I'm in Colorado Springs.
She has to do her... You have to go to your county.
I have no idea then. I apologize. I thought you were right.
Yeah, but the process is the same. It's a lost title.
It should be.
And by the way, does Chase claim they sent out the title?
Nope, they won't address it. They won't talk to me. They won't say anything about it.
You know what's funny?
Why won't they talk to you? That's strange. Why won't they talk to you?
Too?
Because it's a bunch of foreign nationals who don't know how things work in America when you answer the phone. They even told me I have to have an account with UPS or FedEx for them to send me my lien release. And I'm saying, no, I don't. And then they were going to hang up on me and saying, you have to get an account with them before we can send you the lien release. It's like, no.
I had none of these issues with Chase.
They have no idea
None.
what they're doing.
You know, you can go into a Chase bank and talk to someone.
That's a whole different story.
Why?
It is different. A bank is
That's not going to work, but I had no problem calling up Chase. They were supposed to send me the title. They said they did send me the title. I had to wait 10 days to report it lost in the mail. I called back in 15 days.
Okay,
they said,
so
okay,
do
we're
exactly
gonna
what he did.
overnight you a lien release.
Okay, that's exactly right. So he did exactly what I said, lost title, but you have to take the lien release and your identity, and you tell that, don't just go in and say, I need a title. Say, it was lost in the mail. Chase claimed Chase sent it, and my mail was taken. It's a lost title. Just tell him that. Okay. Lost title. But the problem is, Mark, it was lost in 2004. I think that's the problem, Mark. Yours was lost.
Well, wait. Like where I started off, I said if it was a Colorado title, was it originally from Colorado?
That's where I bought the car.
Mark, but if it was lost, listen, it's different if you say, I lost my title, and it's like within the last month or so. They're going to say, when did you lose it? 2004. I mean, that does cast some strange crap on it.
Well, tell them she lost it last week.
Yeah, well, because it was never... Okay, you're right. You know what? Hold on.
Didn't give it to me. He probably destroyed it. He was that kind of person.
Who is?
My ex, if he ever got the paperwork from them, if he had got a title, he never told me.
Geez, you better hope he didn't retitle it somewhere.
No, because on my registration every year it says Chase Manhattan Auto Finance Corp. and then my name.
Still?
Yep.
Oh, no. What is the date? What is the date on your lien release?
Well, I've got two of them. I've got one from April 5th and one from April 6th and one from May 5th.
I'm going to go back to my initial thing, Tom. I'm telling you, she needs to go to a different DMV.
What year is your lien release?
They don't give me that specific information. They won't write it down.
On the lien release, there has to be a date.
There isn't one.
Oh, come on. There has to be one.
Number. There's the vehicle name, there's the VIN number. It says update your account is now paid in full. No date anywhere.
There's no date anywhere on that notice.
Just the date they wrote it.
Okay, and what is that date? Is it this year?
Yes.
Good. You don't have to mention 2004. I think you went about it the wrong way, and I'm going to stick to my story, Mark's story. You go in, you have a lost title, done. It's lost in the mail. And they have to give you a new one. You have everything you need for a title.
And it's 2 years.
I don't need a bill of sale saying how much I paid for this thing?
No, you don't need any of that. It's just a lost title. You're not titling the car for the first time. It's already been titled. Please.
And I want to ask one more last question, then we got to switch, but... You're sure that original title was in your name, not your name and the husband's or something along those lines?
It may have been my previous married name, but I also took in my divorce.
That's fine. That's not a problem. It's a lost title, period.
It was before I even met him that I started buying this
It's a
car.
lost title. Please don't mention 2004. Just say, look, I paid this off recently, and they said they sent the title. It's lost. That's it. I promise you, that's it. Don't go into detail about 2004 when you paid it off. I'm going to tell you about Silverleaf Mortgage. They have a nonprofit organization to help seniors trying to get a reverse if they need their house fixed up a little for the appraisal. That's serious. Silverleafmortgage.com. If you're looking for a reverse mortgage, they love people, they love the seniors they work with, and they have all kinds of products. If you want a monthly payment, a lump sum, maybe a line of credit, 720-REVERSE. 720-REVERSE. Silverleafmortgage.com.
Did you guys hear that foreign national part?
Well, she's pissed.
My foreign nationals?
Well,
I
because
don't even know how she
because the
squeezed that
call
into that
centers are all
conversation.
shipped overseas. Mark, when I leave,
yeah,
all of my in-house will have been done.
Good.
I'm leaving you with that gift.
Well, you sure worry about those. You think I'll forget them.
No. I'm just saying I'm leaving you with that gift.
That's a good gift to leave me with. Ay, ay, ay. Hey, A-Rod.
Yes, sir.
Can you bring up Josh or Jairus? Is that possible? During break so I can talk to them real quick? I know it's possible. I just don't know if you've done it before.
Without being on the air. Just in this queue.
Yeah. Like yesterday, we had an attorney on with us for the 4 hours, and on the break, Grant actually had them pulled up on the phone talking to us.
Hang tight.
It might be too much of a problem.
Yeah, I don't know. You know what's funny about that, Tom, is I don't think Shannon knows how to do it, but Grant knew how to do it.
Something's wrong.
Man,
with
that
this
woman
text.
looks like Nancy Reagan.
About 50 years before she died.
Yeah, exactly. 100 years ago, but... It's that hairdo. That was... Nancy Reagan had that hairdo her entire life. That's crazy. This woman's got the oldest hairdo ever. These Democrats. God, they drive me nuts.
Are we going anywhere or are we staying here? I was going to start.
So I know a lot of ins and outs on the board. Having the phone off air, but talking to you guys also off air, I do not know how to do.
Yeah, okay, that's cool, man.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I'm thinking about everything, because having him the same way off as you guys, I don't believe that he would then hear you guys, so I'll have to chat with Grant.
Hey, Kelly.
Go ahead.
Do you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Hey, next hour over the break, I want you to talk to our guests and see what they want to kind of discuss in and out for the next hour. Something interesting.
Okay.
Just whatever they want to kind of end with, if you will.
Okay.
Let me try something here. I might have an idea. Is it Jairus or Josh? It is Jairus?
Either
Okay,
or.
hang on.
There's two.
When do I do home vesters?
I don't remember you doing home vesters.
A-Rod. It's in the break. When do I do this spot?
Good afternoon. Thanks.
I put that in there. It's actually for the next spot block, so you're good.
Oh, okay. So I don't have
He's ahead
anything
of the
here.
game, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, Josh, Jairus, do you hear us?
Hang on.
Joris.
Hey, I'm going to try
Jairus.
Okay.
Jairus,
What's your name,
okay.
sir?
All right, let me try this. Stand by.
Do you want to go
Okay. And
Go ahead and try to talk to them.
Oh, man.
Jairus.
Hey, Jairus? Josh?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hang on
Oh, good. You
to
can
me,
hear
and
us
you will
during
be
breaks, so we're not on
with
air
you
right
as
now.
soon as possible, okay? Hang on.
Tom's going to be leaving at the end of the hour, so I would like a few things. Think about it, then I'll talk to you on next break. A few things you guys really want to hit and drive home, okay?
Okay. We can do that.
All right, you can bring them back down. Hey, Rod.
There you go. Look at that.
How did you do it, just so I can tell the poor next guy?
The phone pot has to be, basically they have to mirror the way that I have you guys up on the board for your brakes. So you guys are up but off. They also, the phone pot has to be up and off and in queue.
You know what would be a trip? I understand everything you just said. You could actually lock in 2 callers and bring them both up then.
Off air, yeah. Yep.
That's a trip.
And on air, yeah, for sure.
That's like a real studio.
No, it's it's something I didn't think about being able to do, but yeah, basically they just in simple terms just tell any other board, I'll just say mirror the phone pot the same way that I have you up for this, which is up, off, and in queue. Up, off, and in queue. So there you go.
So up, on, and in queue.
Up, off, and in queue. Yeah, swear away.
Now I'm looking at another Democrat that looks identical to Roseanne, who I love. I love Roseanne.
She's canceled, bro.
Why they took her show away, I just still can't believe. She's one of the funniest women in the planet.
But she wasn't woke enough.
I don't even remember what she did. Do you, Tom?
Yes.
What'd she do? What'd she say?
It was really bad.
You're Googling.
CBD at bluesky-cbd.com. Denver's talk station, 630 KHAP.
You're up.
Hey, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, does market analysis for your home free of charge for the asking. That's Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. This analysis will be detailed with comps, measurements, pictures, and it's all complimentary with no obligation. So it tells you what your house will sell for. That's what's really great. 303-920-1622. Okay, I want to go to people that have been waiting a while here. And, is Lola with Deputy Smarty Pants? Is that why you have her checked here?
That is.
Okay,
yes.
Let's bring up Lola. She had a problem with Verizon that Deputy Smarty Pants worked on. And let's see what Deputy Smarty did. Smarty Marty, what's going on with Lola?
Hi, Tom. This is a case of... Oh, okay.
Go ahead. Marty?
Okay, well, Tom, this is a case of just using common sense. Sometimes the answer is so simple, and in this case, I didn't do very much. Lola, I'll let her tell the story, but it's just a very simple solution.
Yeah, she was trying to get, here's what it was. She works for a school district, and all of the teachers get a discount on Verizon. But when she tried to get a discount, they said she doesn't qualify because she's not a teacher, she's a maintenance person. And so she thought that was unfair. It's that simple.
So, Tom, going through customer service is usually a waste of time on any case, really. We're talking to, entry-level people who really aren't going to solve anything. So what I told Lola to do is I asked her, is there an office, a Verizon office close to you? It's a billing office, not the sales, not selling phones, but a billing office. And Lola told me, yes, I plan to go there anyway. So I told her, go there in person. If you need me, call me. Well, I didn't get a call, so I assumed everything was fine. And apparently she got her way. Right, Lola?
Yes. Hi, Tom Martino. How are you?
Good. What did they say? This is great news.
So when I told them that I had called the show, I had called Tom Martino because I told him that it was unfair that I was not getting this this
The discount.
discount.
Yeah.
And so the lady said, well, we'll have a manager call you. They never called. Nothing. They never called me back. So when Marty gave me that great advice, I took it. I went to one of the corporate stores there in Loveland at Centera, and the gentleman was very nice, and he goes, let me look at your account, and he goes, because technically we only give it to teachers. That's how Verizon works. Well, when he looked at my account, guess what, Tom?
What's that?
I was already getting the 18%.
Excellent.
But I had to tell him that I had already called the show, and I don't know if somebody from Verizon was listening.
That often happens. I'm telling you the truth. That often happens on this show, and we're proud of that. We're proud of that, but we're also proud of.
Yeah, it's not fair.
No, but we're happy you got it. That's really great. We're happy you got it. Yeah. Congratulations, and you're right.
They also told me that I would be getting this 18% discount as long as I keep Verizon. And I'm looking out for all our classified people that probably don't even know that to get a discount.
Let us know how that goes. Thank you. Marty, do you have any other updates?
Well, I have stuff I'm working on, but let me just continue this particular concept with phone companies.
Yeah.
It's always a good idea to check once a year with your provider to see if they have any specials or discounts or whatever. Because I myself went to AT&T recently, and they lowered my bill because their programs change, and I didn't know it, and they gave me a better rate, so I'm now saving like $20 a month.
All right, Marty, thank you very much. I have to move on to this right quick here. Alverta Simmons, he is a pretty good guy we talk to from time to time. He does a lot for the community, and he has a foundation. And they put on a basketball camp every year, every summer. And Alvertus, you want to get kids to come to the camp? Talk about it, man.
Hey, Tom, how you doing, man?
Good.
Good. Thanks for allowing me some time. Tom, this is the 16th annual Life Skills / basketball camp that we're having at East High School. We are asking young people to come and be a part of something positive. We do life skills in the morning. We do basketball in the afternoon. We feed them breakfast in the morning. We feed them snacks in the middle of the day, and we feed them lunch. And then in the evening, we give them basketball skills. And so the camp is free. We do it for 2 weeks. We're the only camp in the state of Colorado that goes for 2 weeks. That's free. And we are trying to give our kids something positive to do. This year will be the second year that we will have a basketball game between the police department and our campers. Last year we beat the police. You know, of course, we have some good campers. And this year we plan on doing it again. But we're trying to engage the young people in something positive. You know, they're dying in the street. They're losing their life. They're messing around with guns and stuff that they shouldn't be doing. And we're trying to give them something positive to work at, to look forward to. And that's why we held this camp.
I love it. And, you know, thank you for that. And how do kids find out about it?
Kids can go to, well, you have to register, first of all, at www.sfycbasketballcamp.com. That's S as in Sam, FYC basketballcamp.com.
To make it easy, what does the SFYC stand for?
Simmons Foundation for Youth and Change.
Okay, Simmons Foundation for Youth and Change. So it's F as in Simmons, F as in Foundation, Y Youth, and C Change. So it's SFYC, go ahead.
Basketballcamp.com.
Got it. That's great.
Hey, Tom, I heard you earlier talk about
your friend Frank. I wanted to say thank you to him. We did put him in our ads this year. Frank Duran, the real estate man. I really like that name, and I like his support. You brought him to us. He's helped us over the years.
Oh, he is such a good man. He is such a good man.
He's an angel.
That is so cool that he's helping you. He loves positive stuff like this. So thank you for giving him some kudos. And yes.
Hey, Albertus, let me ask you something real quick. Did that Home Depot guy I connected you with, did that ever go anywhere?
It did. I tried to reach out to those folks that tried to help him, but they had some issues with that, Mark. And off the air, I could talk to you a little bit.
Yeah. Let's do that on another issue. Yeah, that was just something that was outrageous there, and we all got involved. But anyway, here's what it is: the 16th annual Life Skills Basketball Camp. It is wonderful. These kids learn manners, respect, basketball, fun. They feed them. Here's what it is. It's S as in Simmons, S, F as in foundation, and then YC, youth change. So SFYC, basketballcamp.com. It's going to be great. Thank you. More coming up.
Tom, are you coming out?
Tell him I'll talk to him after the break. Come back to him.
He wants to know if you're going out.
Okay. Yeah, if I can walk, I will.
You going to shoot some hoops?
Oh, God, so many. You got full lines here, bro, and then you got the Retirement Planning Center. Good luck.
We're all good, man.
Got your Home Investors Live in about 30.
Gotcha. I got all my...
And then when that's done, would you bring them back up for me?
Albertus to chat with?
Make sure they know they're being listened to by YouTube when I'm talking to them.
Home Investors coming up.
Hey guys, Mark's going to come to you upon the next break. Just wanted to let you know, and also when he's talking to him.
Here we go, 10 seconds, Home Investors.
On YouTube. Okay, cool. Hold on. Are you done with Albertus?
Not quite.
Home Investors.
Okay, I know you've heard it all about people wanting to buy your home, and you can sell it on your own for more money. But here's the bottom line. It doesn't cost you a dime to call my people. Call them all, I don't care. Home Investors wants a shot at your home. So if you don't want to do any maintenance, inspections, commissions, listings, and you just need to get out of Dodge, homeinvestors.com. Listen, here's what it is. 800-44-BUYER. It's that easy. 800-44-BUYER. You have nothing to lose. 800-44-BUYER.
WeBuyUglyHouses.com. Hey, Kelly.
Yes.
Would you please tell Mike I'm going to come to him first after the break, and then Teresa second on the bad well water, and then Ben third.
Okay. Hey, Mike, we're going to come to you after the break, so just wanted to let you know if you needed to send anything or do, Mark is going to be up with you, okay? Great, hang on.
You don't have to say me or Tom. Hell, half the time they call me Tom. Tom, you would love this place. Love it.
I can't believe that all the living area.
That was nothing. Ours is kind of small. Most of these, I'll send you some pictures. And we walked the entire thing this morning. Let me tell you, 80% are either Liberties, Marathons, or Millennials. Like 80%.
So, Mark,
I'm driving the shit.
This fence job, it's terrible.
Yeah, I've been emailing with that guy. I think those guys are going to step up and fix it. Are you going to Dr. Kelly?
Yeah. Yes.
I got to get back in there. Suzanne just had an appointment with her before we left. Our kids go there. Everybody loves her. Although I never thought I'd be going to a risque dentist.
She's sweet and gorgeous.
I'm waiting to sit down and have a Playboy or Penthouse in the waiting room.
I don't have a link to that anymore. I can't.
Renee, hi. This is Kelly. I'm calling from the
can't
Tom
find
Martino
it.
Troubleshooter Show. I'm good.
Is it on Instagram?
Sounds like you're having some issues with
Suzanne can send it to you. I don't know.
System that you bought.
I saw it that one night.
Yeah. Falco Motors. I got it
All
right
this
here.
pre-op shit. My God in
I have
heaven.
a line available.
What did you
so
want
I
me
can
to
go
send
ahead
you?
And
Oh no, I wanted to know how you find.
get you
How
on
did you
hold,
find?
and Mark will
we
be with
should
you
talk
momentarily.
about this.
Okay.
Online.
He wants the link
right,
that we
hang on.
found of Dr. Kelly.
Oh, it's on her Instagram. I'll send it to her.
Her other, her healthcare stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, abs for baby,
Wherever you found it.
you mean her health stuff, not her
Not her-
risque stuff.
Yeah, but we're on, so. Yes, her healthcare stuff. Her dietary stuff.
Did Albertus have anything else to say? Because he was saying something when we went to break.
No, all he was saying is, are you going to be able to go there? I answered him for you.
What did you say?
I said, yes.
1 minute back.
You know, I use crutches a lot. They're in my car. You know, Stephanie's been out of town since Friday.
Where's she been?
Griffin's
graduation.
Oh. Hey, I was thinking too, man, you're probably going to end up missing that wedding, bro.
What wedding? Oh, you know what? The one? No. Oh, wait. When? That's at the end of when? July, right?
I think it was right around the same.
Our neighbors. I got to, but they're doing it in.
Don't you dare change your freaking surgery.
Rhode Island. No. Hold on. Let me check my way.
All right, you guys are going up and on. We got a minute, and the back time bed will fire. As long as we're on time.
Yeah, as long as we're running on time, who cares? Sometimes
Mark,
you got to come back
July
and our
21st.
exit music's
Mark,
on.
it's
Here we go,
July 21st. Hey, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK. I want to say something. That Eddie Eagle program, which is a safety course for kids, totally free, no charge, sponsored by the NRA. Whether you're pro or gun, doesn't matter. It is safety for kids. May 29th, 2 p.m., it's free. 720-271-3267. 720-271-3267. And then the 16th annual Life Skills Basketball Camp, free. It's free for kids. They get meals. They get lessons in life, manners, respect, skills, basketball. It's S as in Sam, F as in Frank, Y as in yellow, C as in children. It's SFYC, basketballcamp.com. Mark's going to get to everybody. Well, let's just do this. 303-713-TALK. We'll get to all your problems. Hang on. I'm Tom Martino. This is the Troubleshooter Show. We don't have time to take a call now, but we will. And then we have Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies. That's rpcenter.com. All of it coming up on the Troubleshooter Show. Okay, I have to get out of this. You have your own, right?
Yeah, you can close that down.
Hey, A-Rod, can you pipe me in just real quick with those guys?
Okay.
6.
Stand by.
All right, I will see you tomorrow morning.
Yeah, and then tomorrow we leave
Yeah,
at 1.
All right, go ahead and talk to him. We don't have time to take a call now, but we will. And then
Hey guys, what were you thinking?
That's your shot.
You know, we've got a few things, Mark. I don't know if you had anything specific that any listeners or anybody wanted to hear about, but
no, I want to pound through in between calls the importance of basically starting young. And I mean, honestly, I really think that's very educational going out there. And the other thing I'd like to pound through, a lot of people get up there, they get retired, they have a 401k that's been sitting out there, or multiple ones from 3 or 4 of their old companies. They've never done anything with them. They haven't rolled them into one. They have a ton of options they never thought about, and they might have made those choices on the 401k when they were in their 30s and wanted to be aggressive and never changed them. So, I mean, people have to monitor all the stuff they had out there.
Yep. Oh, I'm going to go fill up.
Yeah, that'd be good.
What are you guys thinking? Give me some ideas.
So, Tom.
So those are great. Some of the things that I came up with in terms of what questions people typically have, you know, the question of, do I need an advisor or not? That's a big one that I think we get a lot of times nowadays.
You know what? I like that one a lot. That is a great question. Do we need one? And if you say yes, why do we need one?
Yep, sure.
Yep. And then the other one kind of coincides with like the 401k question. You know, we get a question a lot. You know, hey, can I afford to retire? And if so, am I going to run out of money? You know, things like that. I don't know if that's something that...
You know, that's another good one. Can I afford to retire? Okay, we're good. We only got an hour, so guys, hold tight.
Yep.
A-Rod, bring them down, please.
Question, there's Martino Lives here in this hour. Are you doing them?
I do all the lives.
Okay, all right.
Just, do you have our sheet to put them up?
Correct, yeah, I'll put them on there.
That's a good question, because I know that's different than anybody else in the building, isn't it?
Yeah, usually if the host is out, the lives are, they use recorded ones or something.
Yeah. Who are the first ones?
I just put them in there. It is coming up in the following break at 15, Simply Floors and Mile High State. Oh, actually, there's a third one in there, Art of Granite as well.
Simply Floors. To leave, they don't need to be able to see up my nose.
But that's your best feature.
Thank you. I'm just on this camera, babe. Just so you know, too, it's back there. So if you walk around naked.
It's amazing how salt water cleans stuff.
Is it?
It's amazing. That's drinking water. This salt water, man, is amazing. Now,
Impact Trip.
Man, I hope he feels better tomorrow. He's epidural tomorrow. Can you believe that? I thought that was only for pregnant women. I swear to God.
I'll tell you what it is. It's 54 degrees. Well, tomorrow's gonna be 70, Thursday 80, Friday 90. So it's gonna go up 10 degrees every day for the next 3 days.
Hey, Tom, if you're still there, turn your mic down.
Turn the mic down.
That I can't do.
Can you hear, is the mic too loud now, Mark?
Okay. You just killed his mic.
Yeah, I just knocked him. 'Cause he was up
So he can still hear, okay.
Mark, can you hear me?
Are you doing any sports this year, A-Rod?
Hey, Mark, can you hear me?
No, remotes.
No, they can't. So you got to call Kelly.
Hold on. QED.
Okay.
But obviously I'll be out in a lot of different things. I'll do a lot of Broncos draft stuff. I'm sure I'll be doing all kinds of different training camp probably.
Were you in Vegas for that?
No, at the Broncos UCL training, the HQ.
I got you. That would have been sweet if I had sent you out there. Yeah, well.
All right, your live going to be right after the stinger, just so you know, right after the stinger at 15 break.
Oh, you don't want to do traffic first?
No, it has it in there to do. I mean, do they usually? Well, actually, at 15 there is no traffic.
Yeah, usually there is, but I could care less. I don't know.
Okay, we'll do them right. We'll do the 3 lives right after the stinger.
All right.
All right, you're up.
Hey, Mark?
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
All right, welcome to the show, the only show of its kind. We're here to solve problems, answer questions, take your complaints. We've had a lot to do today, and I mean a lot. We're going to get right to the phones, and we're going to get these problems figured out. Mike, you've been holding forever. You have an issue with Dream Finder Homes. What's going on with these guys?
Hey guys, yeah, I'm a first-time home buyer and was working with Dream Finders. I put a contract on a townhouse down in the Roxborough area in January, and was pretty happy with how everything worked out. Come to find out in the last 2 weeks that they called me and are increasing the price of the home about 10%.
It's all contractual, Mike. We ran into one in Colorado Springs. Listen to this, man. There was like, I want to say 20 units. And on all 20 of them, they came in, they wanted another $50,000. I got a copy of the contracts, I read it, and in the contract, what it said is you get $500 if we up the price, which we can do per contract, and you decide you don't want to pay it. So I'm sure it's in your contract. Have you read it?
Yep, you're correct. So it's in the contract, and I remember covering it with them when we first went through it. They put it in there.
Was it $500?
Material escalations. I didn't see anything about $500. I don't know if it's the same builder or not, but I'll reread it now.
Read me that section.
Let me. It'll take me a minute to pull it up here, but
No, okay. Well, hold on. It's not even a big deal. It is what it is. I'm sure it's similar to the other ones. So you're basically calling because these guys suck. How much more are they asking?
Will be on my mic. Don't mute it. The same thing. Asking $50,000. So it's 10% of the townhouse price. $50,000 more. And I guess the biggest qualm
now I want to ask you a real question.
Too is, yeah.
Well, I mean, here's the deal, man. I don't want you to cut your foot off to spite your toe. So, is it worth $50,000 more, or is it not worth $50,000 more? In other words, if you bought it right now and you had to sell it in 2 months, would you be able to recoup that amount of money? I mean, you got to look at it logically.
Right, and I have been thinking about that, and I think you're right. And I guess really what I'm getting at here too is that
the stage that it's at was, it's framed out, it's got siding, it's got windows, and then I hear about this. So I know it's contractually in there that they can do it, but it just seems like there's something shady going on where,
new home builders do the same thing, not just townhomes or condominiums. This happens all the time. People have to be very careful. In fact, I've been helping my son look for a house, and he was looking at some townhomes and condos and homes, new construction, and most of them have this kind of verbiage, and I refuse to enter into it. They want a decent-sized down payment. They want you to go with their lender a lot of the times if you want any of the perks or, extras like upgraded cabinets or whatever. But then at the very end, if they decide they can sell it for more, they kick you to the curb. I think it sucks.
I think that's what they're doing too, and they're trying to get me to go with. I wasn't going with the preferred lender because they didn't have the best deal out there, and now they're trying to offer me incentives to go with them. I think they're offering me $17,000 towards closing costs or whatever it takes.
Now,
just
Mike, once again, I'm going to say the same thing I said to you at the beginning. I don't want you to cut your foot off to spite your toe, and what I mean about that with the lender, it's all mathematics. If they're literally giving you $17,000 worth of upgrades and they're an eighth of a point higher or the same amount, I would go with their lender. Because you can always refinance the day after. In fact, you really want to stick it to these guys. I'll tell you something. You go with their lender, you take advantage of everything, then you refi the next freaking day. It'll cost you a little bit of money because you're getting a second loan, but it'll stick it to them because they'll never get paid from the real lender on that first deal. They got to hold on to that note for about, I think, 3 payments before they can actually sell it. So that's just a little tidbit of information, but I think that whole part of the industry sucks, and anybody listening out there, if you go buy new construction, you make sure to have a realtor like Frank Duran, the real estate man, who's going to look at that contract and tell you, now, hey, you might think you're paying $450,000, but they can up the price to whatever they want if the market demands it at the end.
Yep, yeah, exactly. And I remember going through it, and they're like, we've never done this in our 50-year history or whatever, and I'm not.
Of course they do.
After
initial here. No, and that's a bunch of crap, to be quite honest, too, Mike. I can't stand it. And it's Dreamfinder Homes, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah. So you just got to sleep on it, think about what you want to do. But don't get so pissed you're giving up a decent deal, because if you go out and buy a new one, now you're talking new construction, it's going to take a while to do, man.
Yeah, exactly. So it's encouraging, well, not encouraging, but it's, I'm glad I'm not the only one in this boat, but it sucks that it's happening to people out there.
Oh, it's happening everywhere. I can think of Thornton, Colorado Springs, and I'm sorry, what area did you say you were?
It was in Roxborough.
Yeah, now Roxborough. That's a pretty nice area, actually. We got friends out there. Anyhow, that's the deal, man. So just make the right decision. Don't make it on emotions, because all of us tend to do that. There's been plenty of times in my life I've made a pissed-off decision because I didn't think something was fair, and economically it was a horrible decision. If you got any other questions, Mike, you can email us at help@troubleshooter.com. I would love to respond to you. Now, let's shoot over to Teresa. Teresa, what is going on with you?
Well, I have had an issue with my community well that my property is solely reliable on for water, because we do not have a tap to city water. And we got a notice on our door Saturday the 14th that it was contaminated, and that we were not to drink it, we were not to wash dishes, we were not able to boil it. And so, of course, I was concerned.
Teresa, you have a water district, right?
It's View Ridge Mutual Water. So
so it's your own district of just people. Hold on, just because I got a little bit of a delay where I'm at, Teresa, so just almost like a CB. But let me ask you this. So how many people are actually in the neighborhood that's affected by this common well?
There are 25 people that share this well. And fortunately for them, most of them have a tap to city water as well. When we purchased this home almost 5 years ago, they did not have a tap, and it's about $60,000 to do so, and we haven't been able to afford that, so we rely solely on the well. So once I got that notice, my concern was how I watered the horses.
Hold on. Teresa, hold on a second. how many people out of those 25 are in the position you are?
You know what? I do not know the answer to that for sure.
You think it's over half?
No, it's under half. I think there's only a handful of us that are reliant on the well solely.
Well, how much, is there other aquifers they can drill into? Is there other areas? Is there a lower and an upper? What are the different options this brings to you?
Well, that's the problem, is right now I have horses to water, and when I communicated with the gal from the health department, she said that no, she would not recommend giving this water to my horses or any of my other animals on the ranch until they have it tested. Well, that was the 14th. I talked to her, that was Saturday. I talked to her the following Monday. And I have bothered her since then and still have not gotten any results as to the results of the water test. So I have been literally putting a hose to my neighbors across the way about 300 feet to water my horses. And now we've just shoveled snow after our storm into every trash can and bucket we could find to allow it to melt to have water for my horses. And no one has given me any resolution.
Deal.
The gal from the health department said she would put in a call to the emergency disaster preparedness team. The guy that runs our community well has said that there's no relief for me. And this has now been a week ago Saturday.
This is absolutely, this is crazy. What would the price of drilling a new well be? Do you know what that is? Because then you could split it by 10 people. I mean, there's no magic.
And I know my neighbors have their own wells that are right across the street from me. But, you know, like I said, when we purchased this property, it was just part of the community well. And we haven't.
So you haven't even got a bid on it?
A lot of issues. No. We know that to get a city tap, it's about $60,000, and to get it run to our house, but we have not looked into an individual well. But at this point, I'm just wondering how the health department can know that, you know, a family and all these animals are in this situation for 11, 12 days now, and that there is no relief whatsoever, or no contacts, or any resolution.
I'll tell you how, because
help us get water here.
Teresa, because it's not their problem. You bought a house with a well, and that well water is contaminated. It's no one's problem. Sometimes things are not anyone's problem. What you need is a result. You need to actually get something done and figure out where to go. That's what I'm going to try to give you some ideas right after this break. So let me take this. I'm going to think about a few things. I'd like to reach out to somebody I know on a water board up in the Pikes Peak region that I think is about 20 or 30 homes. And the only reason I say this is Mike might actually know what the cost would be because they ran into something similar. But the bottom line is the health department's not going to do much for you, but there's different options we can think about. Hold tight. We'll be right back. All right, let's talk about theartofgranite.com. I love Mitch Floria. You guys realize this? This guy, Mitch, came over, I forget what country, I think Romania, with $300 in his pocket when he was in his early 20s. He worked his butt off in New York. He learned how to fabricate granite. That's where he started. He literally started what he owns now, the Art of Granite. I want you to give him a call anytime you're thinking of a new kitchen countertops, bathrooms, anywhere. I have personally used Mitch 3 times in my own house. He does a great job, and what I really liked, listen to this, if you take some pictures and some basic measurements of what you're looking for and email them to him or text them to him, Mitch can actually give you a quote over the phone, and he's always so close. Those countertops, those cabinets are not out of reach, and with financing these days, you're not going to beat them. You're going to get the best service, the best prices, theartofgranite.com. Now, someone we had on the show today that I really like. In fact, I just told you I used Mitch 3 times. Check this out. Simply Floors Inc. has been out and done our floors 3 times. They did some LVT. They did some carpet twice, actually, and then they did some carpet stretching for us at one point. These guys, every floor in our house right now, with the exception of some hardwood in the kitchen, Simply Floors Inc. did, and here's what I loved about it. They brought the samples directly out to Suzanne and myself. We got to look at the different colors of carpet and LVT right next to our furniture, our paint, our walls. You get the idea. These guys come to you. Now, they have a big showroom if you want to go there, but it's crazy. Have them come to you. You go to simplyfloorsinc.com, and you can schedule an appointment right there. It is so easy. It's so simple. You're going to love it. Simply Floors Inc., I-N-C, simplyfloorsinc.com. Now, you want to hear about a great attorney that I've used. Everybody I talk about, do you notice something that kind of weaves in between my commercials? I use every one of these guys. Blake Harris, he's an attorney. He actually did a trust for us. This guy is unbelievable. I told Blake, you know, we have 2 kids. Here's what we have for retirement. Here's our assets. He listened to everything, and he came back and said, well, we're going to do a will, we're going to do a trust, and I think we should do some medical directives. He came back with everything, and he gave me a flat rate price. Even if you just need an old will looked at, maybe updated because you got remarried or someone passed away and you haven't changed your will, Blake can look at it. He'll give you a quote right there and then, how much it'll be and what you should get done. Straightforward, flat pricing. You can't beat it anywhere. But wills, trusts, power of attorneys, medical directives, you get the idea. This guy will help you protect your assets and your legacy. 833-ASK-BLAKE, 833-ASK-BLAKE. Am I down?
Farms Memorial Day sale going on now.
Yeah, you're good.
That's a yes. Now I go to talk to Tom, and there's no Tom.
Doc is here, though.
Oh, I thought he went with Thomas.
That's what I thought.
Why would he go to Tom why would he go to Tom to the dentist?
Can you turn Ken's mic on?
You can turn Ken's mic on. I thought they were leaving, and we were going to hear, like, the speaker just feed back constantly.
I had him down, and then I was told, Kelly told me to bring him back up.
Yeah, tell them they're bringing it up.
Hey, Mark, is it live yet?
Yeah, you're good, Doc. I got you, man.
Okay, thanks.
I know you're taking him tomorrow.
Right.
I thought you were taking him today, too. You know, now that he's gone, you should order hamburgers for everybody.
There's only 2. I'm the only one here.
Oh, well, okay. Well, get yourself a hamburger. Man, he's not getting around that good, is he, Doc? For real.
He's just whining. He wants the attention and the sympathy.
Yeah. I've known him 25 years. He's doing a hell of a good job then. Hey, Doc, what's the name of a big container that holds water? I want to say it's called a Cisterns.
Cisterns. C-I-S-T-E-R-N.
What is it?
It's a cistern. C-I-S-T-E-R-N.
Cistern. Thank you. I knew I was close. I did. Shut up. My wife's laughing at me. I got perfect diction. She tells me all the time I got perfect diction. How long do I have?
2 minutes.
Oh, I'll be right back.
Research shows listeners don't like it when ads interrupt their music. So to help you remember that Liberty Mutual customizes some insurance, we made this ad option. If you want to skip this ad,
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. With powerful technology actively right qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of pay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack. See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter, get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/trial. That's ZipRecruiter.com/trial. Keep our schedule full? Seasonal incentives? Oh, yeah. Hi, Dave Zucchini, done right for improvements. Now's the time to call and save a full 12% on all services for select installers. 800-362-8370 or
Who was that?
Me. Hey, Rod.
All right. 2 hours ahead of you guys. You realize when this show is noon to 4, it really turns it into a crazy-ass time?
I bet. Yeah, I didn't get home until about 1 a.m. last night. I was hosting the Avs postgame show on KOA last night. I think up to 1.
Oh, man. Did they win?
They did. They dominated them.
How did the Avs do?
Great. Great. All right, here we go.
All right.
Plus, get a free adjustable base with qualifying purchase.
630 KHOW, an iHeart radio station.
You're up.
All right, 303-713-8255 or 303 Martino. That number works on and off the air. Now, check it out. This poor woman, you buy a house 5 years ago. This is what happened to her. 5 years ago, she buys a house. She finds out in the last few weeks that her well is contaminated, but it's more than that. It's a well that actually services somewhere around 10 different houses in the neighborhood. Other people have their own wells, or other people also have a city tap, which, by the way, would cost her $60,000. Teresa, really, there's a couple things you can do in the interim. One would be a cistern. You could get a big one and get it filled up fairly cheap. You know, that's relative to everybody. But you could get it filled up to feed the horses or water the horses until you decide whether to get a city tap or drill a well or get with your other neighbors and figure out what they're going to do. But I would guess the best bet is you get with the other people in the same situation and you find out how much to actually drill. And my buddy said it could be upwards of $30,000.
Okay. And I know we're in an area that has issues with water near Sterling Ranch and the Roxborough area, but I will look into that.
Yeah, it's either that or you bring the city tap in. Have you talked to anybody else in the same situation? What did they say?
I have not talked to the other few people that only have the well water. I don't believe any of them have horses to water, which obviously makes a big difference because they drink 20 gallons of water a day, so...
Yeah.
But I will reach out to them and look into the cost of a cistern as well.
Yeah, they could be fairly cheap, and the only reason I know that is someone with a contaminated well a couple years ago ended up doing just that. In fact, their cost for drilling a new well was like 80, 90 grand, but it was way up in the mountains. Whole different deal. So they ended up actually getting a massive cistern. And when they'd get a full water truck coming in, now remember, this is a while back. I don't remember how many hundreds or thousands of gallons it was, but it was a lot less than I ever imagined. I mean, really, you're paying for the transportation more than you're paying for the water. But that is one idea right now. Maybe you can even rent one, but I would definitely get with those other folks and try to chip in your money and figure something out. So I feel bad for you. That really sucks no matter what. But I don't see you going back on the old homeowners. I don't see anybody stepping up and doing anything really for you. I just don't. If any listeners out there have any ideas, I'd love to hear from you. 303 Martino, but that's basically it, Teresa. Would you follow up, in 3-4 months and let us know?
Sure, no problem. Thank you.
All
I
right,
appreciate
thank
it.
you. You got it. Let's go to Renee. She's got a problem with an e-bike. I love e-bikes. Renee, what kind of e-bikes are they?
Well, it's a modification for a regular bike. So you end up buying the wheel, the battery, a throttle, and a console from this company called Falco e-bikes. And you can make any bicycle into an e-bike.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That is cool. How much is that kit?
About $2,500.
Well, that was great in theory, but I'm thinking what we spent on our e-bikes. Now, granted, we didn't get the top of the line, but they were probably $1,200 or $1,300 a piece. Why would you buy a kit? Do you have some kind of real specialty bike you outfitted?
No, I don't, but I love my bike. The reason that we bought it is because it can go for up to 80 hours before you need another charge, and it can go up to 28 miles an hour. 80 miles, I'm sorry. No. And then up to...
I was going to say, if you had an e-bike that could do 80 hours, I'm on it for 2,500. So what's the problem?
The problem is it just isn't working properly, and it hasn't been working properly since I purchased it.
Is it the install? Because that's going to be everybody's question on their head. Did you install it properly?
Yes, and I did some video chats with the owner of the company, and we did some ohm meter readings to make sure everything was good. And then initially he thought maybe it was the direct drive wheel that they sent out, so he asked me to send that back. He determined that it wasn't the wheel. He thought it was the battery cradle. Sent us a new battery cradle. We put it all back together. Worked fine for about a month. And then it continued to have issues where it just, the next time I'd go to ride, turn everything on, nothing would happen.
So what does he say now? It worked for a month, so it sounds like he diagnosed it properly the first time. Is it the same issue again, if you had to guess?
You know what? I took it to a bike shop, and they don't think that's the same issue. They think it's something inside of the wheel, inside the direct drive hub. But he doesn't think that's the issue. The Rakesh is his name. So I had some good correspondence with him, and then he fell off for like 6 months. He wouldn't respond to my texts, my emails, nothing.
What's the warranty when you bought it?
2 years.
Oh, wow.
So, so, I'm in a situation where all I wanted to do is work. I offered to, if he would please send me a whole new system, I would pay for the return shipping to box it up, send it back. And his response was that they were having supply issues. But
oh boy!
However,
well, there's a lot of people. Hold on a second, though, Renee. There's a lot of people having supply issues, but you should have a valid warranty if it's good for 2 years. I want to put one of our deputies on this. Actually, I'd like to put Smarty Marty on this. So, Marty, I want you to call these guys up and see what they're willing to do. I mean, I'm not even so sure. If they don't want to send out a new package or a new hub or whatever could possibly fix it, maybe they need to refund her at this point. Renee, a problem with a lot of these guys, you realize they just go on to like Alibaba, which is like a Chinese Amazon, and they buy these things in bulk or buy them by the container. Then they resell these kits. It's not like this guy's actually making them and designing them. So when they say there's supply chain issues, that could be anything. The factory in China might have stopped making them. I mean, this guy could have went broke and not paid his bill. You have no idea because you're dealing with Chinese parts. I don't care what anybody says.
Correct. He claims that he is the founder and owner of the company. I don't think that's worth much. I did say to him, if you can't get me a new system and return my old one because of supply issues, I totally understand. How about a refund? Nothing. No response.
Okay, listen. We're going to put Marty on this. Smarty Marty, let's do that. Kelly, make sure you connect these two. Make sure we have Renee's information. Renee, I wouldn't doubt if we had an update for you within 48 hours. I don't know if it's going to be good or bad initially, but we can definitely get this guy's attention.
Well, ideally, if nothing else comes of it, yes, I am out $2,500. It's just very disappointing, but I would hate for someone else to run into the same problem because you can go to his website and you can still purchase from the website. And I hate for someone else to walk into that
Did
trap.
You pay by credit card?
Yes.
How long's it been?
It was a year in February.
Oh, God, it'll never happen. I know there's people out there listening saying, oh, yeah, if it's fraud, they'll do it. I don't care. She can contest this until she turns blue, and it's not going to stick. They're going to give this guy his money after a year.
I'm sure.
Yeah. No, I have no doubt about it. If you were within 90, maybe 120 days, possibly, but they ship the bike. It's a warranty issue. Let's see what Smarty Marty can do, but I bet we get somewhere on this. Did that bike store that you brought it to look at, did they offer anything like, hey, we think it's this hub, we can fix it, but it's going to be $500, or they just have nothing to fix it because it's a sealed unit, or they don't have parts for it, or whatever?
Correct. They're not as well versed on that particular brand.
I
and
got you.
They went through everything that they could do, and he just really feels like it's just a bad. It's like a lemon,
Gotcha.
basically, is what he feels.
All right. Hold on. Kelly's going to get your info. Hopefully we got good news for you in a couple days. Kelly, get her stuff. Hey, Scott, real quick, and then I go to break. He's got a possible solution for Teresa's water issue. Scott, what are you thinking, man?
Hey, Mark. I'm a water hauler up in the mountains here, and that's exactly what we do. We rent tanks, we sell tanks, and we deliver water for the tanks and any other potable water use that you need. Animals, pot farms.
Scott, you rock. Scott, hold on. I want to ask you a couple real pertinent questions on this after break. Hold tight, but here's basically what I want to ask you. How much is it, and then how long does it last for the average household? And people, I think, are going to be shocked by that. But let's take a quick break, and then we're going to come back. And I also want to talk to Josh and Jairus at Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies. I've got some straight-up questions I want to ask them, and we're going to go to that after this as well.
Good afternoon. Thanks so much for calling the Tom Martino Troubleshooter Show. How can I help you?
All right. Do I have O'Brien?
Yeah, you've got about 4.5 till it's almost the end of the break.
Got it.
Okay. It's actually Mark right now, but, yep. Okay. Okay.
Where is O'Brien?
Did you get scammed? I mean, what did you want to talk to Mark about?
Here we go, Bradley.
Okay. So what did you want to talk to Mark about?
Tomorrow sunny and a high near 70. Thursday, mid to lower 80s for the high. Right now, it's 48.
Mark?
Impact traffic and weather.
Yeah.
6:30. Pay house.
Wendy's Biggie Bag is still just $5.
Do you want to play it for me so I can hear it?
Plus 4-piece nugs, small fries, and a small drink. Grab your bag at Wendy's today. U.S. price and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Alaska and Hawaii. Tired of long waits and rush care,
Yeah, I'm ready.
Hey, thanks for having me.
So,
Classy.
Of Aurora.
Yeah, well, well, you know, you can always call back tomorrow. Tom will be back in the office then.
What? Yeah, I know. She's worn out.
Okay, well, he's back in the office tomorrow, so.
She takes our beat space.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right, thanks. Okay, sounds good. Bye-bye. Yeah. Whatever.
So this story that sort of
Got all that space back there.
Kelly, did I tell you our freaking dog jumped out of the car?
Oh my God!
Yeah.
The German Shepherd?
It was horrible. No, he's too smart.
Oh my God, is he okay?
Yeah, she's fine. It was freaking scary as hell.
Oh
Happened right next to a vet's office.
We had just taken them to the ocean to swim, and then headed out. She stuck her head out. She must have seen a squirrel. I don't know.
1,000 times she's hung her head out that back window, never given it a thought, and she jumped the hell out at about 20 miles an hour.
At least you weren't going faster.
God, I can't
I'm
imagine.
surprised no one hit her behind us, because we had a lot of cars behind us. All she had was some road rash, and she's really sore.
I'll bet. Aw, poor baby.
Yeah, it was crazy.
You excited to see your kid graduate?
Yes. It's going to be very exciting.
When is it?
Are you going to text Daphne on Wednesday night just to remind her?
Yeah, I already touched base with her to make sure she's still doing it.
Okay.
But yeah, she's planning on being there Thursday, and don't worry about it anyway. If for some reason it all goes to hell, I can get Adeline, I'm pretty sure. She'll just need a lot of my support.
Adeline is bailing my butt out with Dan on Thursday night, so that was very nice, so we could go out to dinner.
Oh, cool. I'm glad she did that.
She loves capless. I wouldn't doubt if she's working for capless in 3 years.
Oh, yeah. Definitely could be.
No, I wouldn't doubt it at all. They align so politically.
Good afternoon.
And
Thanks
then
so
she'll
much
be
for
done
calling
with
the
law
Latino
school.
Troubleshooter Show. How can I help you?
All right, you got 30 seconds, and then O'Brien legal. I'm going to put this spot in your ear so you know when to go.
All right, man.
Few employees to managing an entire workforce, from starting local to going national, from generating wealth to generations of wealth. At CIBC,
10 seconds, O'Brien.
take you from where you are to wherever you want to be. CIBC, ambitions made real. CIBC Bank USA, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
You know, what seems to be 100 years ago to me was actually only about 20 years ago. I own these computer stores, and I generally pop them up next to a King Soopers or what we would call an Anchor, a grocery store. This one, it was the second lease I ever did. The first lease I did in Denver worked perfect on my computer store. Literally, in 3 years, it was a 3-year lease. I could renew it long as I gave 60 days notice. The second one that I got in Parker, I really screwed up on. Man, did I screw up on that lease. I built that business 4 years later. The landlord, I did not have the options in there that I thought I did. He told me they did, but sure enough, what I signed, I did not have my options. He was able to almost double my rent. The options weren't locked in on anything, and it really screwed me. And I'm telling you this story for this reason. Any real estate deal you do, even if you're just buying a new house or having a house built or a condo built or anything, maybe you're a landlord and you're actually leasing out a house, I want you to talk to Bradley O'Brien. He's an attorney, and I wish I met this guy years ago, but if you're buying or selling maybe a house, a business, or if you're leasing something, anything to do with real estate transactions, anything whatsoever, run it by him. He's an attorney. He'll answer all your questions. He's extremely reasonable on rates, and he's just a great guy. Don't make the mistakes that I've made in the past. Look at what you're signing when it comes to real estate. That's all that matters. It has to be written. Oral promises mean nothing. 720-370-7388. He'll talk to you for free on the phone. Bradley O'Brien, attorney at law, 720-370-7388.
For your back, neck, and joint pain, visit SpineOne.com for a same...
Here we go. Come back right now.
That's SpineOne.com.
You're up.
All right, let's get right to it. So Teresa, she bought a home, and the well went out. It got contaminated, and we had Scott call up, and it has a solution for her. And I love this because Scott's actually in the business. So, Scott, if
Scott's gone.
A cistern, and how many gallons do they generally hold?
Scott's gone.
Different sizes. But what? How much do they hold?
Scott is gone.
Ah, we lost Scott. I wanted to know pricing more than anything. Scott, give us a call back, 303-713-8255. I would love to hear how much it is. Now, Ben's got a problem with El Dorado water, and it looks like it's a billing problem. Ben, what's going on, man?
Hey, I've got I've had El Dorado water delivered to my house for probably almost 2 years now. And my monthly bill was about $42 a month. Last month I got a bill for $130. And
hey Ben, hold on a second. How much? Ben, hold on. I just want to know a couple things. One, how do they deliver the water to you in a truck, and then they fill up your cistern?
No. This is just for like deep rock water, like 5-gallon water.
Okay, I got you. So then they upped the price. Did you get any more water?
No, they didn't. They didn't up the price. What happened is I had too many 5-gallon jugs of water, so I put a hold on water delivery for like 2 or 3 months because I had like 10 or 12 bottles there at the house. So when I restarted my water delivery, they give you a credit when you return bottles of water. So I returned 10 bottles of water, and instead of giving me a credit for 10 empty bottles of water, they charged me for 10 bottles of water. And so they ran a $132 bill through my bank account, but I didn't have the money in my account, so my bank denied it. And they gave me another delivery of water. Well, now they gave me another delivery of water before we had straightened that out. I had called
Ben, do you have the contract? Ben, I understand everything now, but do you have the contract that you signed with them?
I don't think there's a contract per se.
There's generally a contract on delivery of bottled water. You're saying there's no contract. Did they give you...
I don't think so.
Is it just water delivered? You're not leasing any equipment?
I rent a water, thing that you put the water on.
Is it from them?
Yeah, it's from them, and I pay like $8 or $9 a month for that.
Okay, do you have that agreement that you signed?
There's no agreement for it. If I wanted to cancel, I could just cancel. The thing is that they just charged me for 10 bottles of water that I had returned. They were supposed to give me a credit on, and instead of giving me a credit, they charged me for 10 bottles of water that I didn't receive. And I should have gotten credit back on the empty bottles, but they just charged me for 10
I wonder,
ones.
Typically, though, I've never heard of someone, receiving a 5-gallon jug of water, then returning it. I wonder if they can even take it back. They might be under, not under the impression that, but,
point here. When the bottles are empty, you return the bottle, and then they refill them and reuse them. That's why they give you a credit back for them.
No, I get that, but you sent them back filled with water, right?
No, I gave them back 10 empty ones. And they, rather than giving me credit for returning 10 empty bottles of water, they charged me for 10 bottles of water. So that's why I got a $132 bill rather than a $42.
So you're saying it's literally just a billing issue. They got it screwed up.
Right. And then I called them, and I've been calling them for 2 or 3 weeks now. Every time I get a hold of a customer service person, they're like, oh, okay, well, let's...
All right, let's do this. Let's do this. I got it. It took me a second.
Won't come.
Listen, man, I get it. You returned 10 empties. You should have got a credit on them. Somehow someone did something wrong and charged you for 10. This is simple math. In fact, Deputy Doc, please get this handled. I know he's listening right now.
Yeah, I got it.
Let's just call these guys up. Yeah, Ben, hold tight. We're going to grab your info. This should be about as easy as it gets. Now,
Scott's back.
I want to go to Josh at Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies. Kelly, bring Josh up real quick and get Ben's information. Hey, guys, I've been thinking about you guys. I think young people, and when I say young, 25, 35-year-olds that are out there that are putting money into 401ks right now, and maybe they've switched jobs a few times. So they have a 401k from, some employer and another one from another, and then time goes by. Next thing you know, it's 5 years down the road. What should people do in circumstances like that? Can you guys take people's old 401ks and merge them and give them better ideas? Give us the real basics.
Absolutely, Mark, and there's beauty in simplicity. And what I mean by that is when you have multiple 401ks or IRAs out there that are just floating around, it becomes so much more complex and bothersome to manage. So when we can consolidate those, combine them into one, that makes your life so much easier. You have less to worry about, and that's what we help folks do, is really create the simplicity in their lives when it comes to their money.
And it's so important as people get older, and I'm not kidding. I am literally not kidding. We've had calls where people have had 4 or 5 401ks. I know one person, and I'm not going to say his name. I'm not going to say it, and I'll say this, it could be Tom, but he had a 401k from an employer that owned our radio station 30 years ago. He did not even know existed.
Well, we see that time and time again, Mark. I mean, we'll get folks...
A lot of people have no idea.
Right. Absolutely. So, we go through an exercise, past history, where you work, things like that. We help jog people's memories so that they can kind of, refresh and reflect, if you will, so that we can create that, simplicity that we just spoke about.
And what I really love, too, is a 401k when you have profit matching from your employer. There's great reasons for 401ks. But right now, looking at the stock market, I bet you give a lot of advice. Let's do this instead. Let's do an annuity. Let's do this. I'm not going to go through all the different things, but that's the benefit of a company like you guys. And you guys, I'm not mistaken here, you're fiduciaries, which is unlike a lot of people out there that want to control your money. Their main goal is to put money in their pocket, where you guys have basically taken an oath to look out for the consumer, the customer, before anything of yourselves.
That's right. It's not just an oath, it's the law. So
it's the law.
Yeah, we definitely are going to take your best interests first. And one thing that I'd mention, Mark, if I could, just for a second, with these 401ks
please, quick,
all over the place, is folks don't understand that when they've got an old 401k, it's still going to be invested the way that they invested it when they started, which usually is way too risky. So as they get older,
I was going to bring that up.
401k.
Yeah, and what?
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, Josh. We just got a little bit of a delay here, but here's the bottom line: what Josh is saying, and here it is. The problem is, when you no longer work for that company, you're generally not controlling the options inside that 401k. You don't have the ability to do it. So if you were 30 years old and worked for that company for 10 years, and you were saying, oh, I'm going to live forever, I don't have to worry about a down market, I want to be very aggressive, you're still aggressive till this day inside of that 401k. You really got to talk to these guys. They'll talk to you for free, which I love. Tell them what you got. They'll tell you how they can help. They're fiduciaries. They're on the referral list. They're great guys. 970-663-3211. If you've never talked to money guys, that's what I call these guys. If you've never talked to guys like this, just give them a call. There is zero harm in talking to these guys. In fact, you're going to love the fact that you did. 970-663-3211. I got to take this break, or A-Rod is going to jump through my computer and slap me in the face.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This Right, I'm gonna...
Oof. It's all right. We'll make it work.
Hey, Gary, we're getting to the end of the show. We're
I
about
know.
to end, so what I'd like to do is take...
So I killed a promo because you have your live still. Oh, man.
Go back to Scott. I want to know how much that water is. I'm going to do the power so quick. It's crazy.
We have zero because we're going to be back, and the bed's going to start as we're back.
God, I feel like Tom now.
Yeah, no, we're actually,
Tomorrow and
I got it. You don't got to tell me.
Yeah, we'll be 10 seconds actually into the music when we get back. I'll just have it potted down. I'll bring it up right when we come back.
All right.
Yeah, I killed the promo. I'll make it a little better.
Power's up.
It'll be...
Tell Kelly to get everybody's number, man. I'm looking at full lines. I'm not even going to pretend I can go to one.
And Power's near the end of the break here. Stand by.
Okay,
right.
So that's 719-450-9183.
I did exactly what Tom does, babe. I went to fucking our time, 3:53, which means we're going to come back.
The music's actually going to be 10 seconds, having already started.
Oh, okay. You didn't tell me I had 10 seconds. I can do 4 calls.
Gotcha.
Get some help with this?
It's weird because there's a live and there's nothing for me to delete except for a promo, so we're a little up against it. We'll make it work.
I got it.
Hey, Scott, we're coming up against the end of the show here. Can we give you a call back tomorrow? Because I know that Mark wanted to get your insight about the water issue. So what is the best number to reach you? Okay, great. That's 303-229-3773. Perfect, Scott. Are you available at 10 a.m. tomorrow?
How fast can you do Empower?
You'll love it.
Okay, great. Okay, thanks so much. Okay, bye-bye. Hey, Steve, we're coming up against the end of the show. I'm so sorry. Can I give you a call back tomorrow? Okay, how about if I give you a call at 10 a.m.
Boy, how would you like to have back surgery? You're in a ton of pain, and then you go to the dentist. Holy shit.
At least it'll take his mind away from the back pain.
I will
You know what,
down
Doc?
for
You're right. If your
10:30.
foot hurts and someone hits your finger with a hammer, you forget about your foot.
All right, Steve, I will call you back then, okay? Thanks so much.
Hey, Doc, if you kick him in the balls really hard in the morning, he'll forget about his teeth and his back.
Good point. I will try that.
No more calls.
I have to find them first, though, Mark.
Yeah. Hey, you're a doctor, so they drop when you're what? 6 months? I don't know, a year?
I forget. That's with babies. I don't even deal with babies.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I used
So
to
your
pull-
balls drop.
I would deliver
As
them.
you get older, do they ever go back up?
No.
Or they just keep going down?
They keep going down until they hit your knees, then they go back up.
I can actually relate to that. So.
Hey, Mark, I would deliver the baby, say this is a really cute baby, hand him off to the pediatrician, that would be the end of it.
That's all she wrote.
What's the temperature over there? It's pretty cool in Denver today.
Yeah, it's not going to get above 60. 50?
It's 80s all the time.
Wow.
52 right now.
Nice 80s. You know, most of the people down here come from Florida for the summer here.
High is 73 today.
73 today.
All right, you got Empower here now after this spot. I'm going to put you so you can hear it.
Your to-do list before this ad is over. Just tell us what you need, and we'll handle the rest.
Fastest Empower ever. Here we go.
Or browse reviews, compare quotes from pros, and connect instantly. All for free. For everything from routine maintenance to a dream remodel. Because however you want your project done, we'll get it done. Download the app or go to Angie.com.
All right, you're up.
That's ANGI.com to get started.
Hey, listen, if you are over 62 years old or maybe married to someone that is, and you want to live in that house forever with never the worry of another payment and possibly access to a line of credit, I want you to call Mark Massey. He's with Empower Reverse Mortgage, 720-500-7719. Great honest guy, 720-500-7719.
On the new true crime podcast Betrayal, a woman chronicles her fairy tale romance gone horribly wrong. Her husband's secret life destroyed their marriage, shook their community, and ultimately sent him to prison.
Going through Spence's email.
All right, the music itself is starting in 5 seconds. We're back in 10, so I'll pot it up as soon as we're back.
Single time.
Listen.
So we'll have about 20 seconds here.
App or wherever you get your podcasts. Brought to you by DuckDuckGo. Search, browse, and email privately, all for free with the DuckDuckGo app.
All right, folks, 303-713-8255. We're gonna pick up tomorrow right where we left off. 303 Martino. Don't forget that number works on and off the air. You can always email us at help@troubleshooter.com, and we'll get right back to you. There is so many things to discuss tomorrow, I can't even tell you.
Follow Tom Martino.
Who did it?
Real Tom Martino. And